Hey, all you shifty people out there. It is now 8:50 p.m. Central Time. Do you know where your wallet is? Oh, shoot. Do I know where my wallet is?
You know the thing.
You know the thing. I love
You know the
that.
thing, the Shifty
I
Sunday
like that
thing.
intro too. That's like dun 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 dun. If that don't pump you up, nothing will.
Except for when I say, welcome to Shifty Sunday. I'm your host with the most that likes to put on his proton pack and bust some ghost. Hebro 77 here, along with good old Armor Up. Armor Up, how you doing, man?
Oh, good brother, good. I'm doing all right. Now life's a mess right now, but hey,
Yeah.
it's just part of the trials and tribulations. We get through, but yeah, I'm doing good.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude, it's like we've all been hit with something. Saji's out tonight because he's been sick. I'm sure he's sick with like the pollen count's been up where he is. He told me the other day there was so much pollen on his back deck. I think it's a back deck or yeah, his back deck. The whole deck was yellow. He said he finished sweeping it off, and when he got through, he looked and it was still covered in pollen.
Oh man, yeah,
No.
yeah. I get the allergies too now as I got older. I never used to get allergies, but yeah, once I hit 50, and I got allergies to everything. It seems
Hmm.
tree pollen, grass pollen, whatever pollen. It seems like they all affect me. We ain't quite got the pollen problem yet in Pennsylvania. It is warming up though, but yeah, we ain't got the yellow dusting of pollen yet. Thank goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Saji's had it. I know I've had it. I know last week, a couple days ago, started out for sore throat. And I'm like, okay, I'll get over a couple days. I got over the sore throat, and then all of a sudden I'm sniffling, I'm sneezing, I'm coughing. And right now,
You might
tonight,
have, you might have that stuff.
oh, you mean that
We
stuff?
can't say it. You can't
The
say it. Just we'll
yeah,
call it stuff. I like that.
the
You ain't
the,
got
the
the stuff, do you?
no, I ain't got the C
Sounded like a
word.
snuff sniffle or
That's
stuff
a
sniffle. It's hard to say.
stuff. Yeah, the virus that can't be named. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Well, no, because you can't say the V word either.
Oh, you can't say
How
that
about
either.
the bug that can't be spoken of? No,
Oh,
they'll think we're talking about scarab.
okay. Hey, speaking of
What do we?
scarab, I've seen a couple of scarab things here lately. I caught Mandela Monday here recently.
Oh,
Mhm. And you know what? I think the old scarab bug's been dipping into our oil well. He's
no,
been taking some of our material.
no. Do we have material?
A little bit, yeah,
Oh,
sometimes.
cool.
But he been, I'll bring it up later. But he's been talking about the Blue Men of Kentucky.
Oh yeah, I remember the Blue Men in Kentucky. That was a good
Oh,
story. We did that a while ago.
oh
That
yeah,
might have been a year ago, maybe.
that
It's
was
been a
almost a
while.
year ago. Yeah, he's just
That's a
catching
cool
up.
story, though. Sad you brought that up,
Hmm.
if I remember right. Yeah.
Well, I hope Sadgie gets better.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
It's never fun being down,
But
but it's part of life.
I tell you what, man. Um, are you filling up to giving this room a shout out, or what's the
I
deal
think I
here?
can handle the 4 or 5 names we got here.
Okay.
We got Milo Fire. I should put my reading glasses on. I can probably see much better. So I
I
need
need
1
to
minute,
click
just
on
1 minute. Give me
1 minute.
1 minute,
Mhm.
just 1 minute. Switch out the old specs. All right. I can see. Milo Fire, Lota 900, Miss Connie Joe. Scrolling. Effective by grace, Brother Mark. We had an awesome Bible study this morning. Unfortunately, it messed up and we lost Brother Richard halfway through. But yeah, we did a reading of, well, Brother Mark did a reading. I just chimed in and listened of First Peter, and we started in Second Peter. But yeah, that was cool. Michael Fontaine. Oh, effective by grace, Brother Mark, with a wrench, I should say. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine. Keith's dad sporting a wrench, joining us this evening. And I believe that's it. Let me scroll to the bottom, make sure no one popped in. And of course, we got our lurkers, I'm sure. So shout out to the lurkers, headed up by the zombie cat cub himself.
Okay.
Whoops. Hold on.
The
Wait a minute.
heck? Put your monkey away. We're doing a show. What are you doing, dude? Put your pets away.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
even
on
want to know
pregnant.
what that was. I don't want to know.
Oh no. You'll
Don't want to know. Just let my imagination run.
no. You'll want to know this one. You want to know. It's
Oh,
not what
okay.
you.
Okay.
Oh man.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Let's just say it's something Connie Joe sent me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, you better get it under control because it's getting a little wild sounding over there.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man. Well, the chat sure is screaming tonight. Screaming
Oh,
more
you're
than that thing was.
You're just rolling right along.
Yeah. I like it. I like a good vibrant
Robust.
chat. Yeah.
Robust chat, yeah. Hey, Feisty Kitten popping in. Don't want to miss her on the shout out,
Nope.
just in time to get her shout out.
Just in
Welcome,
time.
Feisty.
Well, I'll tell you what, as bad as I feel, that's the thing, man. It's like I've been sleeping a lot. When you get sick, you tend to sleep a lot. And I've been sleeping a lot. And as bad as I feel, as soon as I hit that go live button, it's like I get pumped. You know what I mean? It's like it's a good feeling. You got everyone here. It's like family in here in a way.
It is a therapeutic process, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully for our chat as well as ourselves. But yes, I know on this side of the screen, it is definitely therapeutic and fun. Like you said, hang out with friends, talk about all kind of stuff you can't talk about with normal people because we ain't normal.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Well, speaking of ain't normal, check this out. This was shared with our good friend there, Connie Joe. And there's quite a bit of these. I actually saw this one on TikTok not too long ago. Let me know when I'm sharing.
Sharon is Karen.
All right, cool.
We got you, brother. Oh, it's a little pug. There's no way that pug was making. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Check this out. Get the sound on here.
That's crazy.
But you have to stop. It's okay.
Oh, bad.
Okay.
You gotta see this.
Oh, bad. One more time.
Hold on. My wife gotta see this. Hon, you gotta see this.
Oh, that got
Pause
your
the
dog
show for
going.
you. Yeah, my dog sees the pug now.
Yeah,
No, you can't attack the pug. Behave, killer. Hon, the whole show's on hold just for you. You gotta see this. It's hilarious. Okay, roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right.
Hug. But you have to stop. It's okay. Hug. Chill. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's crazy, dude. That's funny stuff.
You know I can't hear it, right?
Oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh, that's right. I'm on my headphones. Play
Oh,
it one more time.
okay. One more
Here's my
time.
headphones.
Here we go. All right. You ready? You got the
Okay,
headphone?
we're ready.
All right.
Okay. Hug. But you have to stop. It's okay. Hug. Hug. Chill. Okay.
That's when he starts screaming like that. That's what gets me. He starts screaming like a human.
Oh, that's good stuff. Connie Joe sends funny stuff.
Oh, man.
Okay, calm down. Get rid of the pug.
We'll get rid of the
Calm
pug.
down. The pug's leaving. You got him. You scared him away. Yes.
Oh, man.
And it's another Shifty Sunday. Okay, everyone.
Oh, just this where you just like those screaming goats. You remember the screaming goats?
Oh, yeah, the screaming goats. Did you ever see the fainting goats?
The fainting? No, I don't think I have.
Oh, yeah, they're a real breed. My buddy had one. They're hilarious. If you scare them, they just drop over and faint like they died. You never seen them? They're crazy.
Oh, no, I haven't. Fainting goats, huh? Well, maybe we should show that.
Yeah, you could probably find just type in fainting goats. I'm sure there's videos out there.
Oh, yeah.
My one friend actually had one. They are funny. Oh, Kitten says her poor chunky weenie dog would do the same way. She ate her nails trimmed. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dog that wasn't into it either. So. She said she wouldn't even touch her yet, and he was already screaming. Yep, it's like they know them clippers. Like, no. Get away.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you're doing that, here's this one. Another screaming dog.
Oh, you're not sharing. Not sharing.
I'm having a conversation.
I'm sorry. Yeah, another screaming dog here.
No. Walter, I'm right here, baby.
Sounds like he's talking.
I'm having a conversation.
Jeez. Sound like he's singing. Good old screaming dog.
Walter, I'm right here, baby. You can.
He could have been one of the Bee Gees.
Yeah. Maurice, I think, was the high pitched one.
Oh, okay.
Could have been Maurice. I don't know. I'm just throwing a name out there. There was a BG.
Yeah. I remember this.
Oh, yeah, Jiffy Pop. Who don't remember Jiffy Pop? They still make Jiffy Pop, I'm pretty sure, don't they? Yeah, surely.
Write that I was good boy and that I need extra snackos. Oh boy. Connie Joe, I like the dog memes. Those are cool.
Cool Milo Fire said there's a cool great goat hug video on YouTube. They all line up waiting their turn for a lift up and a hug.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at these fainting goats. You got the fainting goats videos?
Oh, no. I didn't know I was getting one. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, just 1 minute.
Oh, I'm off Messenger. And then I think she has some songs, she said. Let's see here. Get back on Messenger. Where's your songs at? Is this
Okay,
new?
I got one I can share. I just got a best of, so we'll see what we got.
All right.
Share screen. Now, hopefully this channel won't strike us. We'll give them a shout out as soon as I get to the screen and see the name. So please don't strike this channel for sharing the fainting goats. This is from Epic Virals on YouTube. Epic Virals. So shout out to Epic Virals. We're going to share your fainting goats. Please don't strike, my friend. Go ahead when you got it shared.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me big screen it. Here we go. Hold still.
It's okay, boo.
Huh.
It's okay, boo. Come here.
All right, good.
That was cute.
That's what they do too.
Oh, man. It's almost like a defense mechanism.
Yeah, basically, I just roll over and play dead.
Yeah. Man, he's laying down for a while.
Let's get Boo out. Come on, buddy. Scoop. And there he goes. Okay, bud.
Yeah. And there he
Shake it
goes.
off. You can do it. Up you go. Good job. And now he can go eat. You're welcome.
All right, there you have it. Best of
Wow.
fainting goats. Thanks
And
to
I thought-
Epic Virals.
And I thought I've seen it all.
All right, let me see if I can find the goat hug video that Milo was talking about.
Oh,
While
okay.
you do your thing. You know,
What
your
thing am I doing?
You know the thing.
You know the thing.
What we got here? Connie Joe said she didn't send any singing videos. I thought she did.
Baby goats line up to get hugs from man. This must be it. Or is it a big hug? Okay, I think it's this one. Let me, I guess this is it. Do you know the name of that video for sure?
No. Doesn't know the title.
Well, I got this one, but I don't know if this is the one they're talking about. An awesome Feisty Kitten. I see your comment there. That's great news.
What's up?
Feisty Kitten from the prayers, though, one night. Her life's getting better. Got the job she's been trying so hard to get, and that's awesome.
Oh, man. Cool.
Prayer always works.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me... Okay, let me share this one, and we'll see if this is the one. It's baby goats, but oh wait, I gotta go to StreamYard. Share. Baby goats. And this comes from RM Videos channel. So RM Videos, baby goats, 36 seconds. Got her shared?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me big screen it. And hit the go.
Cotton's turn.
Hmm.
Kizzy.
I think the one dude cut line and went for 2 hugs.
Huh. Where's Fizzy?
That was pretty good.
Fizzy would love this stuff.
Oh yeah, this is definitely fuzzy type videos. Good one, Milo.
Now they're talking about the movie Men Who Stare at Goats. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, that was actually supposedly based off of true stuff. Project, shall we say?
Now I've seen advertisements for that, and I've seen advertisements for a show. I think it's called Whiskey Tango, and they had goats in that show that they were experimenting with in the military or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same. I mean, they use goats for a lot of experiments, so whether that would be the same one. But Men They Scared at Goats was, they were trying to see if you could focus your brain waves, mind power, telekinesis, whatever, if you could kill someone just by looking at them. Become an assassin that could kill with thought, basically. I don't know. Sort of how to explain it.
I gotta go back and see that movie. I've seen it advertised a lot.
It's a dumb
back in the
movie.
day. Yeah.
I thought it was a very dumb movie.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I like my dumb movies sometimes, though. You know me. I specialize in dumb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind a good dumb movie, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. But
Well,
it is supposedly based off true stuff.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I heard it was based on true stuff, true story, sort of. Hey, John from America's in here.
Hey, all right.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. That's what I was trying to think of. There's a show called Whiskey Tango.
WTF.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, it is WTF. Good one, Armor.
Well, that's what Whiskey Tango Foxtrot spells.
Yeah.
I speak military.
And let's see here. Connie Joe sent us one more thing here. Well, she sent me a bunch of things. But here's this.
Eliminate him, other words, I'm intimate him. I don't want to hurt him, but I did him in a fit of rage. I'm murdering, kill the body, will evade him, finna kill him, and jump with the fucking bodies in like obliterating. Everything is iterated, renegade him, make anybody who wanted with the pin and frame. Don't nobody want it, but they're gonna get it anyway. I'm beginning to feel like I'm mentally ill, until I kill him, be killed him, be the vanilla gorilla. You're bringing the killer within me out of me. You don't want to be the enemy of the demon who enemy of being the receiving enemy. What's stupidity get to be? Every bit of me's the epitome of spit it when I'm in the vicinity.
Whoa, okay. I don't know where that ends. It just keeps going.
Yeah, there might have been needed to be a seizure warning on that one for people.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy. It's funny stuff, though. His head out the window.
Yeah. But there's that one. And, Armor, I got something to tell you.
Oh, well, tell me, brother.
On the contest we had, we never
Not
got
one entry, huh?
Not one entry, no.
Wow.
So,
Oh, well.
yeah.
Tried to give away free stuff.
But we are going to, I think we're going to have, where we do like a game show type deal. We're going to have trivia every, not every week, but maybe like every other week. I think Saji brought it up, where people will have a chance to win prizes, not just Shifty Sunday stuff or Taco Tuesday stuff either, like actual like prizes like gift cards and stuff like that.
Oh, I quit.
Huh?
I quit.
You quit?
Well, yeah, I can't enter if I'm on the show, so I'm out.
Oh, okay.
I
I
want a
get
gift card.
it.
Heck, I'd be happy with a
Yeah.
shirt. I'm out.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, folks, that does sway into a quick announcement that I may be gone for a bit because a lot's going on right now. Keep me in your prayers. I got an uncle that I have to move in with and take care of, and right now there's no internet at this place. Actually, I don't even know where I would set my computer up at the moment. So if all of a sudden you notice my daily devotionals, or man, I've never missed a Wednesday word in over 2 years, so man, I hope I can somehow not. But either way, if I disappear, I'll be back sometime when the Father's ready, I guess. But yeah, just to let y'all know, this will be my last Shifty Sunday, at least for maybe a week. Could be a week, could be a month, could be, again, I don't know. Father takes care of that stuff, so I don't worry about that stuff. I'm just letting y'all know I ain't going to have internet immediately. And even if I get the internet turned on, I'm probably going to have to build on a room to even have a spot for my computer, because we're moving into a trailer that he lives in, and there's not a lot of room because all his stuff's in there. So basically, might not hear from me in a bit. But I'm around. I'm thinking of y'all. I'm keeping y'all in my prayers, and I'll see you when I get back. So good. Got that out of the way, brother.
Well, I'm glad you were able to announce that. We are going to miss you, and I'm going to miss all those daily devotionals too, man.
Well, I'm
going to
going to
tell you.
try here and there because my stuff's still going to be at my house. We own our house. So my
Right.
stuff's all going to be here. So I'm just not sure.
When you could do it.
Well, plus, am I going to keep all these bills on and
Right.
those bills? You see what I'm saying? I can't afford two internets. So
Right.
I'm hoping at least here and there when he's out at the lake or something with one of his friends and I don't have to be with him, then I'm going to try to at least pop into my house here now, where I'm at now, and at least fire up my computer and knock out a couple days worth of daily devotionals. And definitely I'm going to, I mean, I don't want to miss a Wednesday word.
Yeah.
I haven't missed any in 2 years, and I don't want to miss any. I've missed one or two daily devotionals a few hours late, but I've never missed a Wednesday word. So I'm going to try to keep the videos up, but as far as lives, they're definitely not going to be happening because this time at night, I'm going to have to be up there with him because he's going to be home. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So till I get
Well,
internet there, lives are definitely done, but I'm going to try to keep the videos going best I can.
I wonder something. I wonder if he's got anybody nearby who might have a hot spot or might have something
I
to
doubt.
run.
No, we don't have neighbors.
Oh, okay.
One nice thing about up there, it's where
Yeah.
I grew up at, so it's sort of like going back to the woods I talk about walking around in my whole childhood. There is one neighbor, but he might have internet, but I'd be sort of shocked. He's pretty old too. He ain't quite as old as my uncle, but he might have internet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you
I'll
never
when
know.
my wife takes her tablet because I'll be able to see what hotspots are there.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is an Xfinity hotspot, which is our cable company, which is my internet, then you automatically have their hotspots. Anyone that has them can log into. But then you're wireless and not wired in, and that don't work for live streaming anyway.
Right.
Very well. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm just announcing so everyone knows I'm not worried about it. Father will take care of it. If I'm gone a week, I'm gone a week. If I'm gone a month, I'm gone a month. If I'm gone a year, I'm gone a year. You know, he put me here in the first place. He'll
Right.
keep me here if he wants me here, or give me a break, whatever. It ain't the first break I've taken, although this isn't quite the same. This is a forced break, but either way, it'll be all right.
Yeah, the Father put you into this in the first place,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't know nothing about no YouTube.
Yeah.
Never seen a YouTube till we led me there. And sure never thought about doing a video. I don't have that kind of phone, Jennifer. She said hotspot off my phone data, but I don't have, I got a dumb phone. I don't have smartphones and stuff like that. And either way, you're still, well, of course, a hotspot might be better than wireless. Wireless is worthless as far as trying to do lives and stuff. It's glitchy and spotty, and hotspot might be different. But yeah, either way, it's like I said, it is what it is. I got way more important things to take care of than me having internet. So it's low on my priority of things. Father will fix it when he sees fit. He might fix it in a week. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not worried about it.
Well,
Not
hey,
worried
you know
about
what?
anything, but there's more important things I have to take care of, like where we're going to sleep in this small trailer and getting all the stuff cleaned out so we can even have a meal and how I'm going to get him around. And so, yeah,
Rotary.
still rotary. Not quite rotary. I do have a cell phone, but it's just, yeah, you can't do the internet and stuff with it.
I see we're
Hey, Suso in the house. We got the doctor, Dr. Suso.
Ain't nobody canceling that, Suso. They
That's
can
right.
try, but they're not going to. You know, I'm just saying. You know that's one Dr. Seuss don't get canceled.
That's right.
Well, hey, you know what? Um,
I
you
seen
got
Chicago, Connie Joe. Seen Chicago back in 82. Put on
speaking
quite
of
a
Connie
show.
Joe. Speaking of Connie Joe, um, I do know that she does turn in early sometimes.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
heard rumors that she was going to call in tonight.
Yeah.
It won't be the first time I heard that rumor, but hopefully it's a reality. So if we do open the phone lines, Connie Joe has all priority. Sorry if I make somebody mad. I don't really care. Because Connie always tries to call and usually don't get in until too late, and then she has to go. So if Connie Joe's calling in tonight, she is priority one on the phone lines. The rest of y'all line up behind her. That's all I'm saying. But we love y'all, and we hope y'all call in. But Connie Joe has priority one on the phone lines this evening. Because we don't want to miss her call, because we rambled on and it got too late. Because that's almost always what happens.
We are good at rambling.
Yes, we perfected, I think.
But hey, you know what? You know what is what I think? I think we should do why don't we do this since we have the time? Um you do have one good news thing if I'm not mistaken.
I have a video Lothar sent me earlier this week, and I think it's a fine fit for and that's the only good news I got this week because, as I've said, there's been a lot going on, so I didn't even get no good news ready. But Lothar did send me an awesome video that I think would fit in the good news category that I can share.
I'll say this. Why don't we do that and then we'll open up the phone lines. What do you think?
Sure. Sounds good. So, Connie, you get ready to dial because you're priority one. So, when we put that number up, you hit them digits. Hey, is that how the kids talk nowadays? Is that good? Did I say that right? You hit the digits? You get your digits? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm out of the loop. Man, I'm out of
Yeah,
loop.
I
I do
never
the.
was. I was never good at loops.
I tell you, man,
I
I
like
do the.
Fruit Loops though, and I don't care how you
Oh,
spell it.
yeah, that's right.
Well, they have changed now. I don't like them anymore. Now they're all the same flavor, which is stupid.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's dumb. Who ever heard of such a thing? They used to be the actual like lemon and cherry and yeah, I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
anyhow,
To me, everything tastes different than it used to anyway. Like you talked about Fruit Loops. What about what was that other one with the bunny rabbit? Tricks.
oh yeah, Trix was another one I
Yeah.
used to love. Trix
Yeah.
was one of my favorite cereals, and now they're all the same. It's
Hmm.
like, what is wrong with you people? I hate this reality.
I know, right?
Everything's
Yeah.
messed up. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of stuff like that. It's weird. But okay, let me share this. I guess we're supposed to be sharing this, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try to
Oh
keep this.
no. Hey, you got to remember, we're a little bit more professional here. We got to give it a proper intro first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. This is good news.
This is good news. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, good news with Armor Up.
Good news, got that old great news, got that joy coming through, got me feeling alright. Good news, got that skip in my step, feel that beat in my.
I only played like half the intro since it is only one thing.
Well, there you go. That's true. Let's let it fit. And this video segment comes to us from the RNZ channel. So please don't strike my friend RNZ channel for sharing some good news that Lotar sent me. Strike Lotar. He sent it to us. Let me know when you got it shared, brother.
It's Sharon. Let me take down this fan though. That's kind of distracting. Oh, you know what? I can't find the fan. Where is it?
The good news. I'll change the settings.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go.
It's a good story. Speakers. Ready?
Ready when you are.
Andrew Oliver is one of about 8 people in the world living with Frins-Aftermoss syndrome. He's the oldest known to have it and the only one in New Zealand with the condition. The extremely rare syndrome is the result of a mutation in one of his chromosomes, which means that at 35 years old, he has the mental age of a 6-year-old and suffers many other symptoms. For the last 15 years, he's had a special relationship with Fonterra tanker drivers.
We went on to night shift for the milk pickup, and so he was always home, and you'd hear the tanker, and learnt what it was, came out to see it occasionally, and then once in a while would talk to the driver, but then it became, with Andy, the normal thing is something like that becomes a habit, and so he had to be out to see the tanker, and that became part of his nightly routine.
Andy's nightly routine consists of a list of things he has to tick off. Every night he draws a picture to give to the tanker driver. He has to watch the weather report on the 6 o'clock news, then he has dinner and a bath. But the last thing to tick off is the tanker.
And if the tanker hadn't come, he wouldn't go to bed. And so he had to see the tanker. And, you know, this business, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We simply didn't know when the tanker was coming. You know, you might get 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And he wouldn't go to bed until the tanker had come.
For over a decade, Andrew's parents managed his tanker visits until one day, Ken says, he came to a breaking point.
Deirdre had just been diagnosed as having had a minor stroke. I was absolutely out on my feet, you know, trying to keep the farm going and everything, you know, surviving on 3 or 4 hours sleep. And I just run out. I hit the wall. And so I phoned the call centre and actually started crying on the phone. I was just so shocked. I just said, look, my life has become impossible, and it just explained what was going on. But I need sleep, and I can't get sleep until this boy's in bed. The person at the call centre, she said, well, I think we can help.
Fonterra is the world's largest dairy exporter with around 10,000 farming families as stakeholders. After hearing about Ken's call, the company decided to change their entire milk tanker schedule in the Te Rapa district to make sure Andy could get to bed on time. Ken is now guaranteed a pickup anywhere between 6:30pm and 8pm. Fonterra shirt, check. Fonterra hat, check. Bike lights, check. Bike horn, check. And Andy's good to go. When Andy hears the tanker, the honking ceremony begins.
Up you go!
As the tanker drives down the driveway, Andy follows the tanker on his bike.
Look at that!
Well, it's not something we encounter every day, you can tell you that.
That's Kevin Healy, and he's known Andy for almost 15 years.
He draws a picture for us, and we take them back to work, and we put them on the wall at work. And, it's a special relationship, and everybody knows Andrew.
On top of Andy's rare syndrome, he also has 5 types of epilepsy. So the Te Rapa district tanker drivers have been briefed on health and safety procedures and what to do if Andy had a seizure during a tanker visit.
A lot of us guys that have been here before, we know what to expect, and we have an in-cab screen which has a warning along the bottom to make sure that drivers are reminded that to be careful going down the track. Just in case Andy's floating about, That's programmed into the screen, and that would come up on every time that vehicle comes into this farm. That would come up before you goes.
And the dialogue is similar every night.
He has to know the driver's name. Normally ask them what they have for dinner, how many loads they've got, have you been to the neighbours?
Yeah, he likes to know where we've been and have we been to see Mr. So-and-so. And he likes to talk about the trucks. He knows quite a lot about the trucks.
These drivers mean a lot to Andy, but Kevin says Andy means a lot to them too.
We had one of our drivers came out, and he noticed that Andrew's bike was looking a little bit dilapidated, and he came back and sort of ran past the idea at a team brief meeting, and we all thought that was a very good idea.
So the district's tanker drivers held a sausage sizzle fundraiser to buy Andy a new bike, and company staff from all around the world pitched in to help.
So Andrew got a new bike, and you'll probably see it's got his #1 fan, Fonterra fan on the back and things like that. So we were able to set it up and really have it good for him.
One of the few things he can do independently is ride his bike, which he can ride around and then to visit the tanker. And yeah, it's a huge part of his life.
The tanker drivers have supplied Andy with a uniform, a high-vis Fonterra shirt and a hat, and have also given him a model tanker, which is a part of his treasured truck collection. 65-year-old Ken, who has his PhD in chemistry and has been a dairy farmer for nearly 4 decades, says the change in pickup time has meant a lot to the family.
A big outfit like Fonterra doesn't have to do that. They simply, could have ignored the request, but no, they came through, and we're sort of forever grateful.
Kevin says the 15-minute visit to the farm to drain its milk vats every evening is a special treat for the tanker drivers on that shift.
We like to come out here. I'm pretty certain most of the guys really look forward to it. You realise that you're lucky, how lucky you are that we're able to do this. If we can make Andy's day, well, hey, that's the icing on the cake.
For First Up, Indira Stewart.
And shout out to Lothar. I know, chat, I know. Me too. But yeah, if you only got one good news story for the week, I couldn't think of a better one to have. So big kudos to the milk company in New Zealand.
New Zealand, eh? Man, that was a pretty good news story, man. I'll tell you what, I'm glad Lotar brought you that one, Armor. We got a lot of good responses there in chat. You see everyone's touched by it. I'm touched by it as well.
Me especially, because that's basically
Yeah.
my little brother I take care of.
Mhm.
Different disease, but same thing. 40-some years old. Actually about maybe 10 or 12. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome story. Awesome story.
And I'll tell you another thing. The guy, I know the guy, his dad, I guess it is the guy with the mustache.
Yeah. Him.
I gotta tell you, man. Kudos to him too, man. Both parents actually. They had to go through a lot, and he had a stroke, and
She had a
I'm
stroke.
sure that. Oh, she had a stroke. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was him, but that guy right there with the mustache, he reminds me of my friend's uncle. He looks, I mean, exactly like him. Like he could have been his twin brother from New Zealand. So that got
Well,
me
they say we
thinking
all got a
about.
doppelganger.
Yeah.
And did
Yep.
you notice what the truck driver said about, how they have their GPS screens, basically? All your trucks have your screens.
Yeah.
It pop as soon as they come near that farm, a message pops up saying basically you're entering Andy's farm, keep your eyes out for him.
Yeah.
So they made a special thing even that pops up on any truck screen that goes near that farm from their company saying, basically, watch out for Andy. Keep your eyes open so you don't, I thought that was
Right.
cool as heck too. I mean, let alone they
Yeah, I was
changed their
thinking
whole
that.
schedule, but to actually program it into their computer
Yeah.
is amazing. So
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like when he runs down there to meet him or whatever, it's like, oh man, be careful, dude. I'm glad they have that set up because you never can be too careful. So yeah, kudos to them, man. Kudos to those truck drivers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So hey, man, let me ask you this:
yes.
Are you ready for some phone lines to come open?
I sure am. Miss CJ, you ready to dial? Oh yeah, Milo Fire said their cousin had cerebral palsy. We have a niece. Well, my wife has a niece. My niece too, I guess, since we're married. But yeah, she had a niece with cerebral palsy.
Put it up, Buttercup, she says.
Put it up, Buttercup.
All right. Well, you guys know the drill. I'm gonna send the link in the chat. As always, please be respectful with the others. Remember to have your camera off. And Connie Joe gets the first go. And then all the rest of you come on in, line right up.
Wait
What's
patiently in the back.
Yeah.
Don't eat all the green M&Ms. That's the rule you always forget.
Oh yeah, I always
don't eat all the green M&Ms.
Don't eat all the green M&Ms. Yeah, for sure. I spend a lot of money to put those green M&Ms back there. Darn it. Because I got to get the regular ones, and then I have to sort out the green ones from the regular. Because you can't just buy green M&Ms.
No.
Yeah.
Well, at Christmas time, it ain't as bad because you can get just the red and green ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you only got to sort half of them out.
Yeah. So there you go. Got the StreamYard link in there in the chat.
There you go, Connie Joe. Hey, see that? We can rhyme too.
Yeah,
Put
there
it up, Buttercup. There you go, Connie Joe. Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm just going to be sitting here chilling like a villain, taking penicillin.
Yeah, we're not even going to talk. We're just going to sit here and wait patiently. Dead air.
Yeah.
Connie comes.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if we could do that, Armor.
I doubt it.
Oh,
We're
man.
not known for our silence.
Every once in a while. Only when I disappear, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
When I disappear and you said
when Saji mutes up and forgets he's muted.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I was going to say, when I disappear and, and you and Sadgie accuse me of making a sandwich.
Which he normally is. Yep.
Well, I'm out of bread this week. So,
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It'd have to be just meat on cheese.
Meat on cheese and roll it up.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No
It was
brown.
a great snack as a child. We loved it when you get a piece of lunch meat and roll it up.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes I'll take some turkey and I'll have some cheese and roll it. Sometimes I'll roll it up and take some more turkey and more cheese and then slap it on top of that, put it in the microwave 30 seconds, let the cheese melt a little bit. That cold cut turkey is pretty good when it's warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I like using it for turkey gravy sandwiches too.
Oh, man.
Hot turkey sandwiches. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah. You are watching to make sure no one pops in, right?
Well, we do have one popped in, but it ain't Connie Joe.
Oh, man. You're going to have to wait. I'm sorry. We love you, though. Don't get mad and leave. But Connie was ready, and now she's lagging. But that's all right.
Yeah.
She's
We'll wait for her.
us in anticipation.
Yeah. She's like the climax of a movie,
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Oh, she says she's having trouble.
Oh no.
Maybe the StreamYard doesn't like her.
Oh no.
I said the StreamYard. I'm not saying I don't.
Well, yeah, I would hope not. How could we not like Connie Joe? What's not to like? Well, I don't know. That puts us in a dilemma. Should we bring our guest in until she comes and then... I don't know.
Give it just 1 minute. Just one more minute.
Just one
more minute. Yeah.
Let her work it out. Work it out. She can work it out. I got faith. She can get in here.
Oh, no. Well, he says his mic and speakers are shot anyway. Well, what the heck you doing back there, man?
Just saying hi, he said.
Oh, okay.
Just saying hi, gotta run.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, shoot.
Well, we got nobody then.
John from America popped in too.
Oh, did he? Well, he said he's gonna see if it's working for him.
Well, should we let somebody in? And
I guess we could, and hopefully they'll be understanding. And when Connie comes on, they can just hang out and mute, or
wait a minute,
be patient or whatever.
Hold on, we got another one. Come on, Connie.
They're all testing it. It was working for everybody but Connie. See, of course, this is the way it is.
It's Shifty Sunday, man.
Shifty Sunday. What do you expect?
That's right. Well, let's let Suso in here.
One weird thing I just remembered, though, my wife's channel, she can't see CJ's comments.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed she answers, like Mark comments, other people comments, and she answers them. But she never sees CJ's comments. So they don't even show up for her. I've seen them. I've answered them. So that's very weird.
Hello?
Hey, there's Suso.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me at all?
Yeah,
I
can hear you.
Do I have to yell?
No.
I don't think.
Hold on a second. Now, does this sound like I'm on a microphone?
Oh, you're way closer now.
Okay, see? All right. My speaker, you should have seen, my speakers like blew up. Everything I touched would shock me. I had to disconnect them, take them apart, toss them out.
Jeez.
Yeah, and now it's so funny. I know you don't want a camera, but I got to show you how I hear because there's no speaker. So I want to show you how I hear things. Is that acceptable, Hebrew?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll make an exception. Just this one
You know
time.
you're an exception to every rule, so why would you even ask?
You know,
you are
hey,
when you look up exception, your picture's there. That's what
Armored.
you get.
Keep that down. Keep that down, bro. You don't want to. I don't need people calling me. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, wait, here it is. Can you see that?
Oh man,
that's nice.
I mean, I got nothing going on over here, man. It's and it's so I don't know.
Don't you have some duct tape? Don't you know duct tape fixes everything?
Well, I've been using my hat. See, I've been pulling it over and keeping it tucked underneath so I can hear the propaganda and
Wait a minute. I just thought
programs.
I just thought of something. Why don't you use Gorilla Glue?
Yeah, because that shit ain't real. That don't actually work. Oh, that would be funny. Could you imagine? I'd be like this. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Hey,
may I take
like
your
Secret
order?
Service. You're like the Secret Service guy.
May I take your order? Would you like fries?
Eagle One's coming on property. Eagle
Well, I
One
gotta
on
hold
property.
it. You see, now you sound good. I can hear you now.
I got you covered, Roger. Roger that. Eyes on prize. Eyes on the prize.
Well, see, now you're reminding me of the show I've been binge watching.
Oh.
Hebrew, I guarantee you already seen it. The Mandalorian.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
What?
You'd be shocked. Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
No, I haven't been watching it.
Dude.
Hold on a minute.
What's up?
CJ's saying when she clicks it, it tells her to open Safari, but does not take me. That's crazy.
Safari?
Why
Yeah.
would it tell you to open Safari?
I questioned Safari. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, you basically want to. It should take you to. Well, if Safari is your default browser, maybe.
Oh.
You might have to set Chrome as your default browser to get it to go in. It should, or open. What you want to do is open Chrome, and paste that link in there. Probably would be the easy way to do it. Then you don't got to change your default browser.
Do something.
Hey, Vinny
quick,
Barbarino,
honey.
29 in the chat.
Because I'm out of here.
Hmm.
I got to get out of here. I got things to do. I got to finish up the Mandalorian.
Oh well, right. Yeah. I understand. I understand.
Dude, how did you not see that?
Dude, I don't know. I just been so busy here lately, you know.
I thought that for sure would have been your thing. I'm like, well, there's nobody I really have to talk to about that. I don't have anybody to talk to about TV shows at all because I just don't watch it. Somebody convinced me to go ahead and watch this, so I went ahead and did it. And
well, you know who's really into it is Saggy.
Oh, is he? All right, maybe that's who I was supposed to talk to.
There you go. Yeah.
But
yeah, you would think being a big Star Wars fan, I'd be into it, but you know.
You're not?
No.
Huh? Star Trek? Stargate? Help me.
Huh?
Anything?
What are you talking about?
Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, any of them?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you would think me being a Star Wars fan.
Oh, okay.
I would be into it, you know? But
yeah, well, I mean, how'd you feel about 7, 8, and 9?
7, 8, and 9.
I don't know what they're called. I couldn't get that involved. I
don't
thought,
know, man.
The movies, the last 3 movies.
Oh yeah. Some of them are all right, man, but that last one sucked.
All right, maybe that's what it was. Everybody's kind of leaning on the last one, or kind of waiting to see what that was going to be. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. You had too many hands involved in that, you know. Like,
well, that's the thing.
Things around, and
the person that apparently messed it all up tried to get into the Mandalorian, and they said no, go away. Some chick. I don't know.
Well, hey, brother. We have Connie Joe backstage.
All right, let me get out of here. Let me say bye. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for being on.
My pleasure. See you, everybody.
All right. There's good old Suso. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Okay. She moved up when he popped out. All right, here we go. Good old Miss Connie Joe, the star of the hour. Here we go.
Yay.
CJ, what's
Can y'all
up?
hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I'm hoarse, and I'm sorry about those songs I said I was going to sing. But I sang last night for 3 hours with a live band, 11-piece band at a church jamboree, and today I'm hoarse and can't sing a lick. So, but I'm gonna send. You can play them or you
Which
don't have to.
one?
No pressure.
Which one?
Long Black
Are you a
Train and what?
Clydesdale or which horse? What kind?
She said a
Long
little
Black
horse, so
Train.
she must
Oh,
be a
little
pony.
horse.
Oh,
Pony.
I'm sorry, it went right over my head. But anyway, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna do a video of Long Black Train and Wings of a Dove. I know Armor likes that one. So anyway, yeah. Listen, guys, I want to ask y'all a question tonight. I'm really starting to worry a lot about this country because when they arrest a man who calls his 14-year-old daughter a she and his daughter, and doesn't want her to have hormone changes because she says she wants to be a boy, that's going too far. Even God gives you free will, you know.
Here's the thing. Well, hold on one second. Oh, I can't get to it. Well, no, I'll just forget it. Is like I saw where that happened, but I think didn't that happen in Great Britain, like England or something?
Oh, I
Where
thought it
that
was here in
happened?
America.
No, there was someone in America that happened to.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, I forget what state, but
really,
it was definitely an American.
I mean, all he did was refer to his daughter as his daughter and her and a she, and they arrested this man. Now, is this crazy or what?
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I mean, what happened to our free will here in America? Is supposed to be the land of the free. Listen, can you imagine if somebody from the 18th century traveled in time and ended up in 2021 seeing all these people with the cheeks cut out so you could see their teeth while they're eating and tattooed face, completely tattooed face, and changing genders and all that stuff. Can you imagine what they would know what we should know, and that is that we're in the end times. We may be just in the beginning of it, but we are for sure, because just in my lifetime, I went from I was born in the 1950s, and I went from there. I was born in 1956. I'll be 65 in July. I'm old. But I went from there to now. I went from Andy Griffith in Taylorville, or Andy Griffith and Mayberry RFD, to what we have today. And I can tell you, it isn't getting better. We may have technology. It may be beneficial technology wise, but morally and every other wise, we have really sunk down into the depths, and we all need to pray for this country. Seriously.
Well, honestly, I agree with you, and I honestly think technology wise, like technology was our sort of our downfall. Like it could be good, but it could also be used for evil. You know what I mean? Like it's a Achilles heel, so to speak.
We're all addicted to the internet. We all are. Anybody that's got a cell phone or a computer is
I
addicted
try
to
not
it.
to be. I try not to be, but you're right. It's like a drug. You get on TikTok and you watch one video and then you scroll and watching that's why they're 60 seconds long. They want you to get hooked. Because if you watch any nowadays, our attention spans are they're just like nothing. They're so short because that's the way it's the technology has ruined it. It has ruined a lot of our attention span. It's made it so that we're just so addicted to all that stuff. But go ahead. I digress.
Well, this wise woman once told me that for every new law they make, they take away freedom. And that is so true. Honestly, when I was a little kid growing up, you could have anything in your yard. You could mow your grass when you wanted to, as long as it didn't get like 2 or 3 feet high. You know what I mean? Um, you could you could park an old car in your yard. You cannot do that now. They if you think about you think that we're free here, we are to a point, but not really, because if you think about first when you make that first dollar, at least 28% of it goes to income tax. Okay. If you own a property, then you got to pay another 10% tax on school tax, property tax, whatever. And then when you go to the store and buy anything, you got to pay another 10% uh, sales tax. And you also have to do that when you buy a service, when you hire some plumber or whatever to come out, you got to pay them tax too. And then you got in these big cities, you have road taxes and tolls, and then you got to go get your car inspected, and you got to have a license to drive and a license to fish and a license to do just about everything. Even if you want to build a porch, you have to go get a permit from the city and pay $25 for that. Um, the
Yep.
government is you think you're making that dollar, but out of that dollar, you're probably making about 35 cents an hour. I mean, per dollar, because before you even can spend it, just about. So, no wonder there's so many poor people in America, yet they're sending money over to other countries for gender change education. $1 billion or whatever it was. I don't know if y'all heard that. Last time they had the COVID relief fund,
Mm-hmm.
they sent over and sending money to all the museums and all that stuff. Look, museums are
Right.
nice, but they're a luxury. Even if they have to close them through the COVID or whatever, that's not something we have to do right now. We don't have to go to the museum right now. But there's people, little old ladies and little old men, that don't have blankets or coats or whatever out there, and or people that have little kids or whatnot, and they need help. We don't need to be sending that money to other countries. That money is our tax money. We need to pay it here in America, where Americans live, because we're paying for it. We're not paying for our country to go give it to some other country. Billions of dollars they give away. It just makes me want to vomit.
I hear you. Yeah, I heard all like the first. I think that $600 we got, that first stimulus bill, they tried to throw all that crap in there. And I think they threw a lot of it in there. I'm not sure how much of it actually went through, but the whole gender thing you were talking about and the whole sending all this money to other countries. See, it used to be America first, and now it's everyone else first, and it's not even going to good things. Like, it's not going to feeding starving children, it's not going to clothing homeless. Is not If it was going to that stuff, I'd be somewhat okay with it, but it's not going to do any good.
No, it's
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
And also, okay, I live in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
And I am not prejudiced.
Texas needs relief funds.
Yes, I am not prejudiced against anybody. Everybody that lives in America, unless they just recently came over here, it's probably a mixture of different countries. Their ancestors, you know. Uh, um, when I did my DNA, I was like, wow, I got 1% Middle Eastern in me, and I got some Norwegian. I'm half Irish, but I've also got 4% Mongolian. That's Asian. You don't. None of us know. We don't know, and it doesn't matter. I've got a South. My
Right.
daughter just got married, and she married to a gorgeous South Korean man, and now I have two little granddaughters that are half American and half South Korean. So, but I don't have any prejudice against anybody's skin color, nationality, or anything like that. However, we are
However,
being overrun with people coming across the border in Texas. It is affecting Texas. Plus, we have people from
Arizona
California.
too. There's a lot of it going on in Arizona, from my understanding.
Yeah,
And
and we have people from
it,
California coming here by the droves. And I want to tell you this: my daughter, when she went, her husband had to go back to South Korea for a little bit to get some paperwork done, and they went into a restaurant and would not serve them because my daughter was white. They don't serve white people in that restaurant down there in Austin, and those are some people from California that are into this. Being white is no good anymore. They're doing what they accuse everybody else of doing, and that is being prejudiced against anybody, whatever, you know. And I pray about it all the time because, gosh, I don't have the answer. Do you guys have the answer? I don't. I mean, that's all I know to do is pray about it.
well, I'll go ahead.
I was going to say that's basically what we do against the evil. I mean, very much else we can do unless we happen to be a prosecutor or a law enforcement officer or something like that. Then we could do something. But as far as technology, to say technology itself is evil, I couldn't agree with. I mean, I agree evil uses it. Evil probably helped to invent it and get it where it's at. I'm
Right.
sure, helped build it, but it's still the people using it that's evil. The people's self will is still the problem. I mean, lots of people use technology for good.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't technology that's bad. It's
Oh no,
the
I don't
people
think
that
technology
are
is
bad.
bad, but I think that they're using technology for bad purposes. They're doing
Yes,
Well, that's like the same
some kind
of
thing.
of
course.
rhythm stuff, and sometimes I think there's something algorithms or something that are causing a lot of people to be addicted to it. I'm thinking
That's
nothing
the
is evil
same thing.
until you
That's the
make it
same
that
thing
way.
as that's the same thing as a gun. You know, the gun, you go and you have a gun, and it could sit in your living room for years and not kill anybody. It's the person using the gun that kills people. You
Yeah,
know what I
see,
mean? Like
yeah,
technology is just a tool. It's how we choose how to use that tool. And that goes with anything. Any tool we have, we can use for good or evil. You know what I'm saying?
you're right. I agree with you
Yeah.
100%. There, people are coming down here trying. I don't own a gun, but people are coming down here trying to take people's guns. And let me tell you, Texas has a lot of ranchers, and we have rattlesnakes and cottonmouths and things like that, and
Mhm.
coyotes. And these ranchers need to have some kind of protection for their livestock and stuff like that. Plus, you have the right to defend yourself. Uh, um, uh, we almost uh, thought real strongly about seceding from the from the United States, but really that would be disastrous too because we
Mhm.
don't have the army to protect ourselves. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is
Well, that's the
anymore.
thing. That's the thing is like the government, that's what the government wants. They want us to become dependent on them. So they, in my opinion, anyway, is that what they're trying to do is establish a new world order, and it's so far it seems to be working. Everyone's being compliant, and they're not going to come and enforce and force you to give up your gun. They're going to do it in a way that makes it seem like it's the right thing to do, or in a way that makes it seem like it's for your own protection.
Right.
They trick you into doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, much how they've tricked a lot of people into getting the you know what, and how they tricked a lot of people into wearing the you know what.
Right.
They're not going to do it forcefully, because that would cause too many problems.
Well, you know what?
So I mean,
We
that's
don't
just
have
my
to wear
opinion,
ours
though.
most of the time, and we can go anywhere we want to, and we don't have to social distance if we don't want to.
That's the way it's been here since this all started.
I mean, there's still some places that want you that ask you to, but
Oh yeah.
you don't have to go in there. But I mean, um, I don't know. I mean, I think the virus was real. Most of my kids had to get the vaccine because my daughter's a nurse and she works in a dialysis
Mhm.
center, and my son is he teaches job skills at a mental hospital here to the patients who are getting out on going to and go back out into society. And so, since they're around patients, they had to get those. And I had so many people tell me, "Oh, that's the mark of the beast." I said, "No, it's not. I did a lot of research into that. The mark of the beast says in the Bible that it's something on like a tattoo or some kind of chip or something in your hand or your forehead." And I don't think that I mean, I don't know what's in the. I mean, the only thing I haven't had the vaccine yet because I'm a little nervous because I'm older and they haven't tested that vaccine very long, so I'm a little nervous and I don't know if I will or won't get it. But I do not think it's a mark of the beast. What do you guys think?
I'll let Armor cover this one. I'm sure he's talked about it before, but I'll let you go ahead and cover this one, Armor.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I agree with CJ. I don't think it's the mark of the beast, just simply by the way it's described and when it comes out, if you believe in the order of revelation and all that stuff. So, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the mark of the beast. I don't think it's good for you. I think they're up to something. I don't, but as far as actual mark of the beast, I don't think so. But again, I'm not getting the vaccine. I know they're up to no good. Could it have something in there changing your DNA? Absolutely. I wouldn't put nothing past them. But
Hold
even if
on
it
one
does, that
second.
still don't make it a mark of the beast.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
CJ, is that you?
Is it me? I don't know. There's
Well,
nothing on here.
what's
Something's
going
clicking.
on?
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Look, hold on. Let me mute me and then see what happens.
They ain't doing it now. So,
Well, it just did it just
well, yeah,
then.
it just did it. It's still doing it.
Hmm.
What the heck is that? I don't know.
Oh.
Either way, I don't think it's the mark of the beast. I think the mark of the beast is going to be something different. I don't know what, but like Connie said, it says it'll be on or in, depending on your timeline and version, on or in your right hand or forehead. And a vaccine doesn't go in your right hand or your forehead. So,
Well, I muted for a minute and it didn't stop, so I don't know. But really, I guess I'll get off here since that noise is making, and I don't want to hog your whole show. But I just wanted to just go over those subjects with you guys because, you know, I just feel like I really do. I watch a lot of things and I do a lot and all that because I think it's good to be informed and then just make up your own mind about it. But I just don't know. And Armor, you're not too far from me in age, and you know what I'm talking about. This world has really changed. Somebody told me the other day, "Oh, it really hadn't changed. You can just hear about it more because of social media and the internet and stuff like that." And I said, "No, it's really changed. See, we used to sleep with our windows open at night upstairs. You cannot do
Oh
that
yeah, we
now.
never locked our doors, never locked our cars, none of that stuff.
No, my
But yeah,
kids.
there's no doubt it changed. The world's gone to crap. I've said that many times. I mean, if people and the one comment in chat, I forget who said it, but they's like, well, people's been saying it's the end of the world for 2,000 years. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. You know what though? Sooner or later, someone's gonna be right.
I don't know if it's the end of the world. It may be the beginning of the end, and it may take another 1,000 years for it to end. But it's going downhill. It really is.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
going downhill rapidly.
technology is great in medicine. It's great in manufacturing, and things of that nature. But as long as we don't let it take over our entire lives. And I'll be the first to tell you that I'm addicted to games on the internet and the different shows and things like that. I don't even watch much TV anymore, except for maybe some Netflix or something, because I can shoot the shows from YouTube on the to my TV set with Chromecast. So I don't know, it's really good, and I think we should learn things, but we need to get back to what's most important, and that is how we interact with each other, and what we find most important
Hmm.
in our lives. There's no family unit anymore, hardly any.
Yeah, I know it. It's sad, me and my wife and daughter will go out to a restaurant or something like that, and we'll see a couple sitting across from each other, and they're not even talking to each other. They're on their phones texting. It's so crazy. Or they're watching videos across. Maybe they're texting each other. I don't know. But it is so crazy. There's no human interaction anymore.
No, and if they're sitting across from each other texting, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, look into each other's eyes and faces and see your expressions, and interact personally. Don't just go by that. Well,
Mhm.
anyway, I'm going to get off here, honey, so
All right.
y'all can get on with the show, and if you want to have somebody else come on, and I appreciate y'all letting me get in here and vent.
Well, thank you, Connie Joe,
Yeah.
for speaking your mind, getting on here and talking. It's been a long time.
I know it. I know it. All right, honeys, I'll
Yep.
talk to you. I'm gonna go back into the chat.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, CJ. And you're right. We've come a long way from the shows I watched growing up as a child and the shows children got today. The world's definitely going downhill. No doubt about it.
Next on
Whether
the
it's the
phone.
end, who knows? But the world's definitely going downhill rapidly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Next on the phone, we have Keith's dad. Keith's dad, welcome to the phone line, brother.
Oh, I'm on. Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I don't know.
There is something I wanted to talk to you about. So you had a video that came out, and it was your was it argument with the neighbors?
Yeah.
So normally, hold on one second. Normally, when you're
Still got that weird clicking noise.
Yeah, what is that?
Not me.
I'm
Normally,
muted, so I
when
don't
you do the stop motion,
Mhm.
it feels like you kind of make it up as you go along. But then when I was watching this video, that wasn't the case. You had this. You must have had this written down, because when you changed outfits and you were responding, I was like, oh, Hebrew put a whole lot of effort into this video. You could tell the added effort into this video, and I was very impressed. I was very impressed.
Oh, well, thank you. But no, I didn't do anything more than usual. I just I had it like in my head. Like I really kind of thought it out beforehand, but I didn't really write anything down or practice it or anything like that. Just kind of went off the fly.
Well, I enjoyed it. I watched it. I thought it was quite impressive as a video. So
Well,
you got a like and a comment from me if you noticed.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, no, it just I don't know. where I get these ideas from, man. Who knows? Like, I guess maybe my neighbor leaves their trash laying around that gets in my yard all the time. That bugs me. I don't know. Maybe it came from that, but I appreciate that, man. You don't know how much that means to me. Armor, did you see that video?
Yeah, I seen that one. Yep, that's pretty good. That's funny.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see the Santa Claus video I did?
I didn't see
No.
the Santa Claus video.
Oh, okay. Well, do you mind if I play it real quick? It's a quick one.
It
Yeah,
is your
yeah,
show.
go ahead.
Okay, cool. We don't have nobody else waiting at the moment, so let me go ahead and get over here. You sure it's the Bad Santa one?
I know I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm still on March 4th on my video feed that I'm watching. So.
Oh, wow.
If
Yeah.
it's after March 4th, I haven't seen it yet.
5
Although
days
I did
ago.
watch that other one of yours because it popped up one day.
Ah. Here's this one. Oh, circling. Okay. There we go. Oh, where am I? Okay. I have to stop the original screen. Add the screen, do this, and then there we go. March 16th, actually. Interesting date. All right, can you guys see this?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Little bit of a warning. There is some foul language in here. So just be aware of that. And here we go.
Hey, what's up, dude? What's up? Who the hell are you? Duh, I'm Santa Claus. Dude, it's like March 16th. I can't be around just because it's not like Christmas time. Not saying that, but why are you here? Just chilling like a villain, taking penicillin. All right. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You do my income taxes? What? No. I don't even do my own income taxes. That sucks. You don't understand. I have a lot of claims. I mean, and we have the elves, the misses, make a lot of friggin' toys for girls and boys. And it's just crazy over here. You don't understand, man. I gotta have somebody do my taxes. Why don't you just have H&R Block do that or something? What the hell? Don't you know? I'm from the North Pole. I have to do them on the down low. I can't be slow because I'm on the go. Why are you rhyming all this time? Rhyming? I don't mean to. I stuck my hand with some Gorilla Glue. H&R purple tax or something? Leave me alone. But you're getting cold in your stocking, motherfucker. I don't care. I actually need new underwear. Oh, now I'm doing it. That's what you get. You get something you'll soon regret. Now I gotta go. Bye. I'm gonna lie, I don't want you to die, but I hope you get a piece of dirt in your freaking eye. You. Oh my God, who is it? Me, Steinbeck. Steinbeck. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm getting the hell out of here. Hell? You get back here, motherfucker. Hey. Hey. You help me with my taxes? Sure. Why not? Oh. Do-do-do-do. Ow. What?
Wait.
Why?
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, what are we gonna do with you here, bro?
I know, right? I have too much time on my hands, apparently.
Yeah, you, me, we all got too much time on our hands.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the time where we had to chop wood and slaughter our own animals for meat. That's then we wouldn't have the time to
Oh man.
embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, let's not get back into the meat topic. That offends some people apparently.
Preparing your own meats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
I'm just kidding. No, remember last time we really got, I think it was you, me, and Lotar. We really got into that.
Yeah, we really did. It was a good topic.
Yeah. I think that was the show that got shut down.
Oh, that was deleted, right? It was deleted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned the yeah.
So what have you been up to lately? Well, what do you been in for?
Working, playing video games. I did upload. It's been a couple of months, but I did stream last week. Just nothing big. Just testing it out on a new game. It's cool. I'm playing a game. It's World of Warcraft, but it's interesting type of game where you have to be a little bit more social, and it's I don't know. It takes more than just game skill. To get to the best, you have to be like a leader and know what you're doing basically. What about you? You guys haven't streamed. I mean, you've streamed, but you haven't done your normal, a thing for about a week. And is that all because of Saji?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, we just been down and out. Been having sinus problems and stuff like that. And of course, last Shifty Sunday, he couldn't do anything because of his phone. Oh, yeah, I guess it was kind of because of Saji. But no, yeah, that was the day. Like he had a broken phone and I had stuff going on. So, it was just a weird day. And that was the day I came on and did a stream telling people I wasn't going to do a stream, but did a stream anyway.
Yeah. If you ever need anything, I am always here for you.
I appreciate that, man. I know, man. Yeah, like we might end up needing you for Taco Tuesday. If you're around Tuesday.
I will be here. I am here all the time. I wait from now when I log off today after this is all over. I'm going to be sitting on my computer looking at the countdown for Taco Tuesday until it actually happens. That's what happens.
Okay. I'll hold you to it.
And if I didn't mention it on the chat yet, but make sure you guys click like. And I just want to point out the reason why clicking like is so important is because it brings in more people through the YouTube formula that they got, and so we can bring this channel up to the 1K subscribers, and then he broke and quit whatever job he's got, and he can just go full time here on Taco Tuesdays and Shifty Sundays.
Well, let's
get that going.
Yeah, that'd be a good dream to have. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, so Armor, you got any questions for Keith's dad?
I don't think so.
I will
say, have him on though.
I had what I would consider, or someone would consider, a Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
Possibly, right? Is I thought, the Wizard of Oz, right? Dorothy Gale. Now, I grew up watching. I mean, even though it's past my generation, my parents' generation, I grew up watching the Wizard of Oz, and but for some reason, I always thought Dorothy died young due to drugs, that she died very young due to drugs. In fact, during the what is it, the anti-drug campaign of the 80s, it was kind of something that was very big. And I was listening to the musical, and I happened to look her up, and she didn't die young. She was actually she did die of drugs, but she was like 45 years old before she passed away, which is, I guess, kind of young. But I could have sworn she died at like 19, 20.
Yeah.
But that's probably just bad memory. So I don't know if that's just Mandela effect, but I could have sworn.
Well, I mean, that could be your own personal one. Now, it's interesting that you should mention that, though, because I was watching who's the scientist dude. He does all the investigations into how famous people die. And he's like, well, no, that's not the real reason why they died. We're going to investigate and get into this. What's that called? Like real autopsies or something? I forget.
I don't know.
I was watching the one about Andy Kaufman, and he's like, 35 years old is way too young for someone to have had developed lung cancer, especially for someone who had never smoked a day in their life and was eating like a vegetarian and had no prior health problems or had nothing like that in their family and so forth and so on. I thought that was weird that, like, now he did mention that he did smoke when he was playing the Tony Clifton character.
Right.
So that could, I don't know, but he didn't, but it's like, he just had a cigarette here and there when he played that character. Probably didn't even inhale, really.
And he only played it sometimes.
Right.
His agent or whatever played it too.
So, like, this guy's like, usually men in their 60s and 70s usually develop the lung cancer. It's highly unusual for anyone that young to have it, but I don't know. He come up with some kind of diagnosis. I didn't watch the rest of the show, but you ever watch that guy?
No.
I will say there's a lot of Mandela effects with the Wizard of Oz, so you could be onto something. I personally don't. There's nothing for me about when she died or how she died. That's just I never recollected it. I watched the movie a million times growing up, but so I have no dog in that fight. But it might be a good question to ask the audience, or maybe pass on to Dan, or he can steal this one from us, and and ask the audience, because you could be onto something, because there is a lot of Mandela effects with the Wizard of Oz, so one more wouldn't be out of the question. But me personally, I couldn't answer because I have no clue when she died or how she died. But
I went off on that.
And Milo Fire says there's daisies on the Tin Man's heart clock, so there you go. There's another one I didn't even know about. I'm sure it's been talked about, but that's just crazy.
Yeah, me and Sandy.
It's just nuts.
Yeah. Me and Sandy covered that on the Taco Tuesday one time. And in fact, I still might have some of the pictures that are in that file. But you know what, Keefstad? I got to tell you, I was very not impressed, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not shocked, but sort of like,
disappointed.
No, that's the opposite, man. No, I was like, how open-minded you were, like when Lothar was bringing up those other Mandela effects, and it was like you hit across a few yourself that kind of hit you, like the Fruit of the Loom underwear, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I could have sworn there was a cornucopia in there.
There was absolutely a cornucopia. I grew up wearing them undies. You know what I mean? Who don't remember the cornucopia? I mean, even the commercials back in my day, they actually had the dudes dressed like the Fruits.
Yeah.
Talking about Fruit of the Looms, standing at their cornucopia. I don't know. Yeah, that's a big one for sure. So I'm glad that one resonates with you. So see, That's cool.
Yeah, I
Go
mean,
ahead.
I don't
didn't
know
mean
if
to
I
interrupt.
don't know if I buy in to the Mandela effect, but there are definitely some it's fun to think about. It really is enjoyable to think about. And the reason why I stay hesitant on it is because I really stay hesitant on any. I hate to call it a conspiracy theory, but on any non-mainstream, I don't know.
Non-provable thing.
Non-provable thing. But even then, I'm Christian, so I mean, I do kind of fall into the non-provables all day long. So but yeah, I get scared for the most part because a lot of people, when they fall down that rabbit hole, they start going into all of them. It's so weird to see people today that when they fall for one conspiracy, they end up going down like all of them, every single one of them, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's easy to fall down that rabbit hole.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. Anything that we let obsess us is not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
and it
like
could easily become an obsession. I've seen it become an obsession for many
just
people.
all.
So yeah,
It's,
but so has the flat Earth. So has JFK conspiracy in its day. I mean, yeah, they can
the
easily
moon
become
landing.
an obsession.
It's
Yeah,
it's all and
all of it.
it's almost all the same people. That's the thing, it's almost all the same people. They just fall for them all. And it really, to me, I mean, I hate to be rude about it, but it just shows a lack of intelligence when it comes to, falling for them all. It's one thing to go, you know what, something's up, something's fishy, something, but then it's another to just be like, to flat out go, no, this is it. To just like, to take completely circumstantial stuff and be like, no, this is the way that it is. It boggles my mind. It's one thing to just say, this is strange, this is weird, and then it's another to be like, we didn't land on the moon. It just, there was no Holocaust. It just, I can't do it. I can't. And if anyone does do it, I'll sit back silently, but I'm usually thinking to myself, this person's a Looney Tunes. Speaking of Looney Tune, Suso. No, I'm joking. No, I love Suso. But it did remind me of Suso, you can talk to me about that stuff. I know all about that stuff. I will be your resident geek if he's still listening. You want to talk about Star Wars or Star Trek or anything that the word star. You want to talk about the last Starfighter? We can do that too. I know all that. I know. And as far as the last three, man, we could go on a whole tirade on the. He brought that up as a topic, and you guys were like, well, what he did was he tried to like that would have been the conversation. If I was there, that would have been the conversation for the next half an hour was the last three Star Wars, because it was like, I mean, here's my real quick. Here's my thought on it. And you mentioned it, and you're absolutely right. Is the first two was really good. The storyline was really, really good. I enjoyed it. It was a little PC.
Just one second there. Now, the second one, the thing that really grinded my gears on that one, that really kind of put me off, was that whole casino scene. That one was just like too much for me. I was like, wow. Casino in Star Wars, really? I was like, I mean,
yeah. The big thing though was number three, because in number three, first of all, the Star Wars movies, they're all about the first three, you go, oh, this is about Luke Skywalker. When you watch the first three, it's about Luke Skywalker. Oh, 4, 5, and 6.
Journey,
right? But then when 1, 2, 3 came out, you're like, oh my goodness, this isn't about Luke Skywalker at all. This is a storyline of Darth Vader, and you learn that this is a complete storyline of Darth Vader, right? And now with 7, 8, 9, you go, oh my goodness, it's the storyline of the Emperor. And in the third one, which was completely rushed. I mean, they didn't even try to hide it.
Sure.
You didn't have any word of the Emperor in 7 or 8, and then in 9 they're like, poof, he's back. Like that, it's up in the beginning scroll. Oh, by the way, and the Emperor didn't die. Yes, he did. Yes,
He
he did.
absolutely did. Yeah.
And then they forced the love romance between
Kylo
Ray.
Ren. Yeah.
Yeah, they forced it. I didn't feel nothing between them. And at the very end, he like sacrifices himself. And no. You had this whole,
At the
you
very
know,
least, it felt like a cousin relationship to me or something.
it did
Yeah.
feel like a cousin relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it was just so rushed for them to go straight into you're the love of my life forever, and I just didn't feel it. I thought the switch that that Rey was actually the granddaughter of the Emperor was a good twist. I liked that as a twist, but the whole fact that the Emperor was still alive is stupid. It's just stupid.
Well, Ryan Johnson effed up when he killed Stokoff. In my opinion, just my opinion, he killed off so many characters. He killed that. I think he did that on purpose. Actually, is a big fu to shit. What's his name again? The director of the first one. Yeah,
You mean
JJ
Abrams?
Yeah, I think he did that just to piss him off, honestly, because after he did that, then they had to take it into a totally different direction, and I think that's why they at the last second threw a Hail Mary and put the Emperor in there. I really do.
Yeah, I can see that. It's not the only series just recently that they've really decided. Now he's watching The Mandalorian as well as what Suso mentioned, The Mandalorian. And if they put out a new season, I'm unaware because I'll have to watch the new season. But if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, you don't even have to really like Star Wars. I mean, it's space cowboys is what it is. It's pretty awesome. If Billy the Kid was in space, yeah, that's what this is kind of about. But
I'd like to get into it. But I'd like to get a service that I can actually, like, I don't have Netflix, I don't have CBS All Access or whatever it is.
Well, you don't need CBS All Access. That place is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
I tried to get into
politically correct wasteland.
I tried to get into the Picard series and I just couldn't get into it.
Picard is good. Discovery is the worst Star Trek I have ever watched, and I've watched Voyager, and that was terrible too, but not even close to as terrible as Discovery is. But the one that really has been bugging me, and we don't talk about it, but believe it or not, I'm actually a huge Doctor Who fan. I don't know if you've ever watched that. BBC.
I've watched it, sure.
Doctor Who, I haven't watched, 50 years worth of it, but ever since they rebooted it back in 2005 or something like that, I've been a huge fan of it, and I've watched every single one, well, they decided to go very PC. The Doctor regenerates, and a new actress comes in every time, and this is the first time they brought in a female to play the Doctor, which is totally fine,
right?
And this is the big question, right? And this goes with everything when it comes to PC. If that person is the best person for the role, do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally for that. However, this person is not the best person for the role. She was terrible. She was very cringy. She didn't know what she was doing, and then she would come out on air on the news and stuff and put down all the doctors prior to her because they weren't women, and it was like, and then at the very, very last episode, there was this episode, not last episode, but last year, the season finale, there was an episode called The Timeless Children. And the Doctor is supposed to be this regenerating Time Lord. He was just a Time Lord, and he was just a good guy, the last of his species, because he murdered them all. And that was the story of them, and they completely changed his entire history in this one episode, where they made it that he wasn't actually a Time Lord. He was the entity that existed that they used to make the Time Lords. And it's No, that's stupid. Don't. Why would you do that?
That's the thing is like I don't mind if they change something, like if they change like a male from female, or um, black person to a white person, a white person to a black person, when it comes to characters and stuff. If it fits the story, and if they're a good actor for that particular part. But if they're doing it just to be doing it just for the sake of, like you said, being PC, or doing it just for the sake of diversity,
Yeah.
that's not good. That's not good writing. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And that's with Doctor Who. That's what they did with Discovery. I honestly think Star Trek Discovery wasn't supposed to be a Star Trek series. I kind of think that they kind of slapped that title on, because Star Trek, if you've ever watched, you guys ever watched any of the Star Treks ever?
Oh yeah.
Well, you get to know the crew, right? The crew is kind of the main characters. Well, in Star Trek Discovery, there's really only one main character, Michael. Michael, who is the sister of Spock, is the main character, and heck, half the people on the bridge, you don't even know their name. You don't even know their name. It's terrible, and it is the most PC thing, which means if you see a white guy come on this episode, one of two things. Or two things of two things. One, he's going to be incredibly sexist or racist, and two, he's going to die. It is the new yellow shirt. Is having a white man on Star Trek Discovery. That's what happens. Or he's going to be gay. Because that's okay too in this series. And if you're quote unquote diverse, not only are you going to live, but you're going to be given every chance in the world. This woman, Asian woman, right, from another dimension, she was literally the space Hitler of another dimension. Literally the space Hitler of another dimension. And now they're trying to turn her into some anti-hero, where she's like a bad guy with morals who wants to help. And it's like, no, you can't turn her into that. She's space Hitler. You can't do it. I don't get why would you want to try doing that? And it was just so terrible. The series is just terrible. I stopped watching it. I gave it its chance. I watched it for 2 seasons, to say, hey, are they going to go and fix this? And nope, they're not going to do it. So I just stopped watching it. It was just.
Well, I'll tell you what grinds my gears. Staying with the whole just turning characters into something that they're not, and just putting them in there just to satisfy certain groups of people and stuff like that. That's what grinded my gears about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek universe, was when they took the what's his name, that George Takei character used to play,
Sulu.
Yeah, they took the Sulu character and they made him gay, and which, okay, fine, doesn't bother me so much, but it bothers me because the character was never gay. Like, the guy that played him was gay, and even George Takei himself, who played the character, said, no, well, why are you doing that? Why are you making that character gay?
Right.
Like, he was, if you're gonna make a character gay, at least have a gay person playing the character, I guess.
Well, they've been trying to push that in the news lately, is saying that the only people that can play gay characters are gay people, and I don't think that that's true either. You shouldn't, again, it goes back to the whole best person.
Well, it's like the whole voice acting thing. That the guy that played Cleveland for the longest time, he quit because it was a white guy that was playing Cleveland, and I think they guilted him into it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But he quit. And what was the other one? The guy that played Apu from The Simpsons, Hank Azaria. He quit doing that character, and it just drives me nuts, dude. That kind of thing just drives me nuts. If you're good for the part, play the part.
Yeah, I mean, we knew Bart Simpson was played by a girl, and no one cared.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody cared that Bart Simpson was played by a girl. No one was going, "Oh man, Bart Simpson's a boy. You should never." No one cared.
No.
But yeah, I know. I totally get that. It just doesn't. I don't know why, and they kill themselves. They kill their series every time they do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When are they gonna realize that? Whenever they do that, they do what's called jumping the shark.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the statement?
Jumping the shark, yeah.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with that, that goes back to
Fonzie.
Jaws 3, when the shark jumps over the boat, and
I
it was just.
I thought it went back to Fonzie though. When he jumped, he literally jumped a shark.
Oh, was it? It might be. It might be. I thought it was a Jaws reference. But I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's meant to say that's as far as you're going to go. Really, you're not going to get anything better than that. And well, not even. You've gone too far. That's what it means. You've gone too far. Yeah. And yeah, these shows, they keep doing it, and they don't realize that they're doing it. And I mean, some will get away with it. Star Wars will get away with it. They've always gotten away with it. So, and now that Disney owns them, they're not going to stop making Star Wars. It's just not going to happen now.
No, it's too much of a moneymaker.
Too much of a moneymaker. And as long as they put out a few things, like The Mandalorian, because The Mandalorian is I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I can't fault The Mandalorian. It's absolutely fantastic. So, as long as they keep doing that, they'll be good to go. Star Trek's the same way. If they put out an incredibly terrible series, but they're going to get away with it because they have Picard out right now, and Picard is pretty good, mainly for the nostalgia effect.
That's true. Yeah, I gotta start getting back into the Picard one, and the Mandalorian one too. I need to start watching it. There's another series I used to watch a lot, and I quit watching it, and it's I guess it's long since over now. And that's Gotham. I used to love that series, Gotham. Have you watched that?
I haven't, but I can definitely see why you would like it. Absolutely.
Yeah, Gotham was an awesome series.
Yeah.
I watched that.
But hey, man, we got some more callers coming in, and
okay,
hopping on.
Yeah, I will let you guys go. You guys I'll be in the chat.
All right, man. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming on and promoting the show. And as always, it's been a pleasure having you on, dude.
Anytime. You guys have a great day. Have a good one. Armor up.
Yep, you too. Thanks for calling in, Keystad.
Bye.
I had to ditch my headset. It was getting to me, so I'll just mute up when I'm not talking.
Okay. Well, the headset is working out really great, by the way. I've noticed that. But I'm pretty sure it's hurting you. So
yeah, after a couple hours, they get a little hard on the ears.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, getting hurt on the ears, here's Lotar 900.
Oh, thanks. That was really nice.
Hey.
I hope you guys liked that good news story. I thought that was kind of I found it by accident. Someone told me to look up some Australian news thing, and it was like the next link over, and it was I read a few of the comments, and I go, you know what? Maybe I'll send that to Armor. Armor Up might like that story. So I just assured that story with him, and then I said, maybe you can put it on your show or his show. So, how's everyone doing?
Oh, still breathing. Yeah, it was
Still
an awesome
breathing?
video.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'd like to just comment on CJ Woods. How she says the times are changing and stuff like that. Um, there, I mean, we didn't grow up. I mean, some of us grew up in the '60s. I didn't. I grew up in the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
But even like certain things, we in the '60s they had hippies, and their adults didn't really agree with everything they had to do either. Do you know what I mean? Like the drug smoking and popping acid and all the hippies and stuff like that. And even before that, in the '50s, that generation, their parents didn't like they're driving like Grease. You remember the movie Grease, how they were like all greased up as greasers, and like they had their cars. And my mom, she was the same thing. She said, "Oh, my parents, my mother hated when I went outside, and she goes, you shouldn't dress that way, and it's not appropriate." And that was in like when she was like 15. This is usually like right after the war. There wasn't much to do anyway, and they didn't have that much things to do. But even then, the adults always complain. It's just a time of change. Every 10 years, you're going to see something different that shocks the individual who's in a different time. So now it's like a trend. Like there is a you've heard of Twitch, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Twitch is a video game platform, and it's really hard to get famous on there to make money. And this one kid from England goes, you know what? All these girls are getting like gifts, and they're getting a lot of money. They're making like $10,000 per episode. He goes, that's insane. None of the guys are making that. Like, so he dressed up as a girl, and he takes, and he, you know what? He's not gay. But he dressed up like a woman, and he looks very nice as a woman. You could not tell the difference. But he's finally making money. He actually could buy himself a house. He paid off his dad's house because he goes, in the beginning, I'm doing this to show that the world is kind of crazy. This is the only way I can have a chance to get followers on my platform. It's a different age. And if people don't like it, too bad. That's just how the world works. And I know a lot of people would disagree with me, but every 10 years there's going to be something different. We went to bell bottoms, we went to 8-track tapes, to cassette tapes, to CDs. Now there's no CDs. Now everything's just online, and then there's a few people with records and stuff like that. People have to understand, wait another 10 years, how things will change. Another trend will come up.
Yeah.
I think she's talking more about the fact that nowadays, I mean, it's not just the trends. I see what you're saying, and I agree, but she's talking more about the fact that the evil that's being pushed now. I mean, they teach grade school children how to put on condoms and how to perform anal sex and all that stuff. The trafficking. I mean, yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's what we mean by there's no doubt the world's getting darker. At least that's what I meant when I agreed with her. It has nothing to do with trends. This is
no.
agendas.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. What I mean is, if the inner city kids are different than the kids out in the Ozarks and everywhere else, they're not the same children. Kids who come from the city live a different life than the kids out in the country. America is so diverse, so is Canada. I mean, I was talking to a lady earlier today on a chat in a chat room that she just had a kid and she has to pay the medical bills, and she's asking me how much would having a child be in Canada. I said it's absolutely free. I said you just have to probably pay for parking, and she's completely shocked about that. So I mean, but if you go into like where those kids are going to be, if they're taught that, if they're smart enough, there's a lot of kids who are not going to change their sex. And if they force it on them, they're going to get lawsuits. There's lawsuits now happening in courtrooms right now because this transgender girl who was a boy before is now suing the parents because the parents gave him the medication at age 12 and he didn't want to be a woman or a girl. And he had the surgery and everything. He sued his parents. The parents are in court right now in the States. I mean, but they won't televise that. You know what I mean? They're not going to put that on the news. So I think what's going to happen is one day the rules are going to change, and for certain things. But we're always going to have crazy things. People are bored out of their mind. Instead, like this, there's no like. We were talking about this earlier today. There's no churches open, and there's a priest, well, not a priest, a minister in jail right now in maximum security jail in Alberta because he opened up his church, and his court date is, I think, April 16th or something like that. They threw him in jail for opening up the church. They put him in maximum security prison because they said he was a flight risk. Where are you going to fly? Do you know what I mean? That's just dumbfounded. They're locking up the ministers, they're locking up this, and no one says anything. No one goes out there and says, let's open all the churches to help this guy out. They put one minister into prison. Let's all open up now. Let's get everyone into the churches. They don't do it because they're all chicken. They don't stand together. If you're not going to stand in a group together and fight in a proper manner, you're going to lose every single time. Because someone didn't say no. We're not doing that way. The reason why we have trends would start like this, or education and school like that, because the parents don't say no, not in my school. I'm taking my kids out of the school. No, they don't take their kids out of that school. They still keep on sending their kids to that school. It's the parents, like I keep on saying, it's the parents, our generation who have kids now. It is our responsibility to take care of our kids, and we don't do that. You remember that when I said that, Hebrew? Remember when TV used to have respect and it used to go off on midnight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it used to have respect, right?
Yeah.
TV and the internet doesn't have respect anymore. There's no clock for it. It's open 24/7, just like a convenience store. But the convenience store sells everything, like everything what you can believe, and it's no longer in that in our generation from the 80s. Like we grew up in the 80s, me and you, Hebrew, and it's completely different. The generation now of children, we dress different. We were still kids. We went to parks. We went outside and did stuff. I barely see kids out here. They're all indoors.
All on their computers or on their phones or on something. I mean, they all stay in the house anymore. I do chalk a lot of that up to COVID now. What's going on with it, or would say the bug, which will not be mentioned. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I do chalk a lot of that up to that because, a lot of the schools are closed down. So therefore, a lot of the playgrounds are closed down. A lot of the parks are closed down, but they are opening around here at least. But
you have to understand how stupid your news is, right? If you watch your news, okay, and you hear this, Disney World is opening, but you cannot scream on the rides.
Yeah.
How retarded does that sound to anyone who is in sound mind?
Well, not only that, Lotar, but also, I don't know if you've heard of this one. When you have a get together, if it's a birthday party or something like that, you're not allowed to sing "Happy Birthday."
That's dumb. That's and it's not just rules you guys have. We have that probably the same rules here also. You know, and then I tell people, if you don't like it, don't complain, do something about it. You know, they don't talk about the massive protests that are happening every day in Europe right now. What was it? London today. 450,000 people protested today in London. You won't hear that on the news. You'll hear it on TikTok because they show it on TikTok.
Oh yeah, they show
You
a
know
lot
what I
of
mean?
things on TikTok. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know what? Maybe
That's
it's a
where I
minute.
get all my news.
Yeah. Yeah. And everything gets
TikTok or
hidden.
YouTube.
Yeah. And it's a strange thing. I mean, even here in Canada, they have the hotels, the quarantine hotels, where people have to pay $2,000 for 3 nights.
What?
Yeah. So if you come flying into Canada, you got to quarantine in that hotel, and then they feed you, and it's like they give you a loaf, a slice of bread, an orange, and a drink, and that's it. That's your dinner.
You gotta be kidding me.
No. And guess what? And if people just took the fine of $800, they could fight it in court for free. They wouldn't have to pay that fine because they'll throw it out of court because you could say no, it's inhumane treatment.
Probably so. Yeah.
But people just don't listen. People go with the flow. It's like the sheep, you know, going to
Yeah.
slaughter. And the cattle going to slaughter. It's the same way. People just don't want to do anything. You're not doing anything anyway. They're going to lock down everything again because they know they can, because they know people are not going to fight back.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I think some people are starting to wake up and they are finally starting to fight back. And I see it all over TikTok. I mean, there's
Yeah.
you got your. I'm not going to get deep into detail.
No. I understand.
Yeah,
You don't.
but-
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I mean, like Texas, for an example, and this is the truth. This is what's going on in Texas. I'm just saying, this is on the news. Anybody can see this. YouTube, you can look it up. It's the news. You don't have to fact check me. It's like when they lifted. Well, you saw the video I made. I'm like, "How you doing, Texas?" You know, I was like, I'm wondering because you don't hear any reports. Nothing. Like they didn't when they lifted the mask mandate. No reports. Nothing. Everyone. You know why? Because everyone's doing fine.
Yeah.
No one is. I don't want to go deep into detail.
No,
but,
I know I know what you're talking about, and that's it's like this. You know when you make those long videos of you playing with the He-Man, you make up a storyline.
Yeah.
It's fictional. It's not real.
Right.
It's not a real story. It's fictional. You make the characters. You know, sometimes they carry people of people. That's not fictional. You're making all almost come to life in a fictional manner from your brain onto the YouTube when you're making those videos.
Right.
This almost sounds fictional. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't sound real anymore, and people are starting to wake up. But the biggest problem is when you say or someone doesn't say, if there's a minister who's locked up in prison and they put him in maximum security, not their jail, but maximum security prison, that doesn't even make any sense. Do you know what I mean? He's not a threat to anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the worst
they
thing.
can fight that. I mean, they're taking away freedom of religion. They're violating.
They've taken that away. And you know what? That's the church's fault too. And I'll tell you why, because the churches did not stand up for themselves. Because the churches are scared to say anything to the people in the church anymore. Because they don't. Look at the big gospel guys who sell out those big massive stadiums, right? They care about who's paying the money, who's giving them a Lear jet, or you know what I mean. Their Lear jet's a tax write-off anyway. But they're more worried about, let's fill this seat. They don't care if that person's a Christian. They don't even care if that person believes in God. They just want to fill that seat. It's like a hockey game or a concert. Let's fill these seats. But people still go there because they have, I have a belief, and this he's a good talker. It's like, okay, here's a good comparison. we all know like NASCAR, right? Like NASCAR is a big circle. It's cars going around in a circle. And people love NASCAR in the United States, right? And they always sell out. It doesn't matter. Like they sell out like crazy because it's action. And people there, if you ask them, why did you come to NASCAR? Well, you know what? I'm a fan of so and so. You know, I want them to win, and we like. You know, there's some people like that. 90 close to well, let me just say 55% are there for the crashes because it's an endorphin in your brain. You want to see accidents happen. You don't want the driver to get killed, but you want to see collision because you have that in your brain, and a lot of people don't believe it. But
That's
a lot
sort
of
of
people,
like the old George Carlin joke.
Yeah,
that he mentions. Like that's the only reason people watch NASCAR is to see crashes.
Yeah,
you know
and
that's
it's
what he
absolutely
said.
yeah, and it's absolutely true.
Yeah,
because people are scared of.
I mean,
They
I
don't
don't,
want to.
I don't watch NASCAR personally. I just don't find it that exciting. But you know, there are people.
I'll watch it on YouTube. I'll watch every kind of car. That's the only sport I really like is car racing. Like I watch Formula One and stuff like that. But I've gotten out of it because it's like this. The guys now who race, it's not like the old days. Like in the 90s when they used to race, when these guys used to put, they used to give their best. Now it's like, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that, and there's rules, there's more rules. Like they got a lot of rules on there for safety and everything else because people got killed because people were too dumb to do certain things. Like, people weren't. It's like that's why we have airbags in our car. Because when we were growing up, there was no airbags in cars.
No, and most of the time we didn't buckle up in either.
No, come on. Do you remember? I bet you Armor Up knows about this. Like there's a station wagon. You remember the station wagons? They used to have back seats in the back of the car. You used to flip up.
Yeah, my dad loved station wagons. He always owned one.
Yeah,
they were big back then too.
Yeah, but they used to have these back seats in the back of the car. One kid in one accident, and this is how this works, and this is how everything works in America, worldwide. They'll say my son died in the back of that station wagon because it wasn't safe. And that's how things change. That's why the cars now have airbags everywhere. If the car flips over, it has side impact airbags. They make the thing like a sponge so they don't get sued. And they don't make the cars last anymore. All these cars fall apart or break within 160,000 kilometers. They're garbage. They're garbage. Was 16 years old.
That's funny, Benny.
But you know what? You're always in America. There's always been a problem. There's always been a problem with, with people in general. There's always going to be a problem with race. There's going to be a problem because the problem is the media, is the news where you're getting it. It is the biggest brainwashing thing you can ever get. And so is the music. Music industry is all promoted for violence. The movie industry is promoted for violence. I cannot watch any more movies because every single movie someone dies. Why does death always have to be? And I don't care if it's a cartoon. Someone dies in a cartoon also. What is that? Like that? There's something.
Sell tickets.
Well,
that's all they care about. They don't care about entertaining. They don't care about entertaining people anymore, Lothar.
No, but it's the agenda. It's the agenda. Do you remember? I keep on bringing up Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah.
And we're I think we call ourselves the Duke Boy generation because we watched that show like it was like I always waited for that to come on.
Yeah.
And you know what? We didn't look at the flag on the car as a racist flag. We didn't think it. We just said that's a General Lee, and it's a car that goes jump over hills. That's all we thought. There's no color to that flag. We didn't even know what the hell it meant.
Yeah, now they're trying to cancel that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't care. They don't care that Boy George was on one of the episodes, and he is more gay than anyone else in probably the
Yeah.
whole planet. Okay, and he was one of the first people they put on there. But you know what? They made the show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they made that show make caring and accomplishments and doing things and being not a proper role model, but like to be a hero for
Yeah, I mean
yourself. Do you know what I mean?
they were just good old boys, not meaning no harm. You know.
And that's the same with the A Team. Like A Team, that's that
Oh
generation from the
man, I love
70s
that show.
who got Vietnam
You
and
know.
says, "Listen, we're sick and tired of the war."
Mm-hmm. What was
War
funny about that show
machine.
is they never killed nobody. Like they would shoot all around them, but never. None of those shots, none of the bullets ever hit anybody. You know.
And you know what? And the people in Hollywood hated that movie or hated that TV show.
Oh, really?
They hated that TV show. They wanted to get it off. And the guy, Mr. T, said they wanted us off because they wanted us to kill those people, and we did not, as actors, want to feel like to mess up a generation. Soon as here's the thing.
Oh.
Do you remember when?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
But go, you know the thing.
I was a little slow on that one. I will admit that's my fault.
Okay. Okay, when we were getting out of the 80s going into the 90s, what started happening in TV shows? People
They got more
started
violent.
dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got really violent.
Yep.
Anything you put on a screen for a child, anything you let them listen to that is a trendsetter, like all the rap music is a lot of violent rap music in it. Like there's a lot of violent, and that's a generation where let's go steal cars, let's go do this. You're bringing the problem home. Children and even grown people watch this. And what happened in the 90s? What happened with schools in the 90s? There were school shootings. Why was there school shootings? Because the TV changed. And people still don't believe this happens every single time, and it happens. Every 10 years something changes in the world, and it makes the whole world go crazy for that one thing.
You know, here's the thing though.
But go, you know the thing.
And you talk about TV shows. You talk about TV shows like in the 80s where they didn't kill anyone and everyone was shot around. But if you go back to the 60s or the 50s, the old time westerns and stuff that were like Gunsmoke and Bonanza and stuff like that, they did kill each other. There was people that died.
Yeah, but it was like they
shows.
knew that. You have to understand that's a different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like those were just as violent as anything you probably saw later on in the 90s, right? I mean,
yeah, you had people. See, you had people more on alcohol. You know, they're drinkers back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not as drunk as they used to be. Like it used to be a high content of alcohol in the 70s and 60s and 70s,
sure.
going into the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That was the violent where you're associated with violence if you're a heavy drinker or something like that. It would be a little bit different situation. Like even actors, like you remember Johnny Carson's show?
Sure.
Okay. Do you remember the Dick Cavett show?
Oh yeah.
Okay. They're all on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
When we were kids,
yeah.
I know, but when we were kids, we watched that show. We didn't understand what they were saying.
No, we didn't.
We were too dumb. Do you understand? We were just way too dumb, and that's something like Armor Up could understand too. If he was a younger person and he was watching something on TV.
No, there was a lot of adult themes and a lot of things that they said on there, like a lot of jokes and stuff that I didn't get.
No.
Kid, like you say, and then like later on, you're like, man, that Johnny Carson show was so dirty. You know, you didn't
go
realize.
back.
Yeah.
Go back, watch these shows. Watch these shows. The Dick Cavett show,
Mhm.
you know, or go to watch the Johnny Carson show. And I was floored what these people used to say.
Yeah.
And he would have guests on from England and stuff like that, you know, like from all over the world. And he would have people on, you know, like just different types of people. The show will make you laugh as an adult much better
Mhm.
than as a child. And
Oh
that's why
yeah.
I think YouTube is excellent for that. It is the best TV set because we can go back in time and study things.
Oh,
We can actually um, we can actually go back to people who were ministering in the 60s and in the 50s and what they were talking about, and then you say, wow, okay, they were talking about that back then. Your mouth, your jaw will like drop. The stuff they were saying back then
Yeah.
is nothing to do with today. It has to do with their generation at that time, and then you get really shocked and go, hey, they had problems back then? Even with the phones. I had this one YouTube video I sent to Scarab, okay? And it shows how people were really frightened. I think this commercial was made in the 40s, and it was like a half an hour movie they made about the telephone changing. So the telephone, you remember, well, I don't think you would remember this, or neither would Armor Up, because it would be in the 40s, they changed all the telephones in the United States and Canada. So you would have to pick up the phone, say the name of the person you want and their extension number to the
Mhm.
operator, wait for the
I don't
connection to
remember
call.
that, but I remember seeing it like on TV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 1940s, they came up with the
Like
rotary
on the
phone.
Andy Griffin show, they used to do that. Like he'd say,
Yeah.
"Hey, so and so, get me what's his
Yeah.
name," you know, or
Yeah.
something like
Uh-huh.
that. Yeah.
Now, there was a fear about that. People didn't like that. People flipped out. People went to the city hall and tried to get them to not change the telephones. But there's people who are really frightened because they always thought someone was listening in, because the operator would wait 10 seconds
Mm-hmm.
to see if you're talking to the other person and hang up
Oh yeah.
and go to the next person. So
Well,
people
here's
used to
the other
have,
thing, real quick on that,
yeah,
Low. My grandpa was telling me when they first moved into this neighborhood, they had what they called the party line,
mhm.
and everyone on the neighborhood was in
We
on
we
it.
had a party line when I was little.
Did you?
Mhm.
Yep,
Yeah.
ours was 2 rings. The neighbors was 1 long ring.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. That for people that don't know, that's when you'd have all the neighbors all on one line, and you'd have to wait sort of like for them to get done. Then you'd pick up and see if they were done, and then you'd make your call and so forth and so on, right? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's times that, like, okay, there's a recent movie which just came out with Coming to America 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it just came out.
I want to
I
see it.
always tell, yeah. So you can probably download it online now. It's so simple. That's what my girlfriend
Oh,
did.
yeah, I'll probably do that. Yep.
And I asked her, "What's your honest opinion? Is it better or not as great as the first one?" She goes, "The first one was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is a disaster."
I'll be darned.
But she said that, and she watches movies all the time. She was like, she says it was okay. There's funny moments in it. You know, they brought a lot of the old characters back and stuff like that. But there's still some hesitance on making certain jokes.
Well, hey, Lotar, I gotta tell
Okay,
you something.
you got to let me go.
Well, no, here's the thing. Oh shoot, I don't have it ready. Here's the thing.
You know the thing.
Michael Fontaine's been waiting in the back for quite a while now, so
Let him
I
on.
think
Let him on.
what I'm gonna now hold on. 1 minute,
Okay.
1 minute. I want to ask him a question, and he could type it in private chat because I know he's been wanting to come on here and talk to you for a while.
Oh, well, no,
So
he talked to me last time.
did he?
Yeah, remember?
No, he wasn't even in here last time.
Yeah, no, this was like about a month ago.
I know, but I know he's been at it wanting to talk to you. So
Okay, well,
I'm wondering if he wants to come in here and talk to you, or if he wants to come in here
well,
and be
bring
by
him up. Ask
himself.
him. Don't tell him to type in anything. Just pop him in.
Well, what? Well, how the heck am I going to ask him?
Just ask him by talking to him.
Oh, you mean pop him in here right now and
Yeah,
ask
just
him?
pop him. Just ask him if you want. Yeah, there's nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing bad about him to say anything. We talked there.
Oh no, I
We've
know
made
that.
our.
No, I wasn't talking about because of that.
Oh,
I was just saying. I know he's been wanting to talk to you, but I also know that people like to come on here and have their own time. You know.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll pop off out of respect if you want me to pop off. Just tell me to go.
But let me
There's
see.
always
Let's see what he wants to do. Let's pop him in here.
Okay.
Hey, Michael Fontaine, how you doing?
His microphone. Oh, there you go.
How's it going?
Do you want Lotar to pop off here, or
Can y'all
you
hear me?
talk with him?
No, that's cool.
Because you'll be the last caller. We're gonna close the phone lines after this. So how you doing, Michael?
Yeah.
Been a
Not
long
bad.
time.
Just watching some videos on YouTube and learning some stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
interesting topic.
Sure enough. What do you got to add to it? What do you got for us? You got something to talk about the TV or what's going
Did you
on
cut
with
out?
today's world? What's on your mind, buddy? Go ahead, spill your guts. Let us know.
Oh, well, I don't know. You were a couple weeks ago. You were talking about culture, cancel culture or something. I forget what it was. And
Oh, you were wanting to say something about potato head.
I just figured that the what?
Well, I know you left me a message in one of the comments about Mr. Potato Head. You had something to say about the topic at that particular time that you were going to bring up. I think it was the low
But I
talk.
mean, yeah, because Mr. Potato Head, he's an innocent character basically, and it's like everybody wants to demean him, you know.
I'll let you and Lotar have it out.
Oh,
You know, Mr. Potato Head is plastic. You know what I mean? It's got you put a different nose on Mr. Potato Head. That's what it comes with pieces. You could change the character like a transsexual. You know what I mean? We used to make Mr. Potato Head like in different characters. So they're getting rid of Mr. Potato Head when they should have just called it a potato head to begin with, because you have Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
It didn't even make any sense. You could switch the parts out whenever you wanted to. Like, it didn't even make any sense. They're only doing this because if one person says, you know, we're going to sue your company, so they get scared, so they change everything around. But you know what? They don't complain about those rappers on the stage, those pop singers half naked on the stage.
Yeah, but
They don't complain. They don't complain about that.
We're sitting there going, you know, we grew up in the '80s, right? And we're like, what? Why do people nowadays have a problem with Mr. Potato Head or Pepe Le Pew or, you know, it's like seriously, I don't understand why these people are just so like irritated with these characters that aren't even real.
And I know why. You know why? Because they have no more heroes. Because our generation had heroes. We had Mr. T. We had the Dukes of Hazzard on TV. We had people like not to really look up to, but there's like a generation. We had music, you know, music stars. We had all these people who, you know, who were like, you know, pop singers and stuff like that. We didn't know their problems because they kept it out of the limelight. So, you know, like a lot of people loved Michael Jackson, and a lot of people still do, and there's a lot of big fans who liked them. But there was nothing. there's nothing dangerous. You know what I mean? Like really dangerous about certain. Now it's just take your clothes off.
Yeah, I mean,
be as slutty as you can. Steal cars and make sure that's in your rap song, and selling drugs and having show money and show bills.
but it's kind of like you know, the '80s was like Woodstock, basically. You know?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
You know, I don't understand this. That you know, the Pepe Le Pew, he was only attracted to one cat, not 50.
Yeah, but here, this is the really strange. Warner Brothers, a lot of those cartoons were from the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were made for soldiers going into war. And children or even teenagers don't even know what time these things were even made. They think they were made in the 80s, and they're just dumb. Like, these things were made like Fred Flintstone. I remember half of those were made in the 50s and 60s. And they still showed it until the 90s. Kids don't know what time it is anymore. They don't have wristwatches. You know, they don't know when things were made. They don't look up. Let me just say, they don't know how to even boil water anymore.
Yeah, I know. They can't even start alarm.
No. They don't know what alarm is. If you know what, if we took all the phones and made them not work, children would start crying over their telephone when it made no sense.
You ever see the video of the kid? I think the grandmother, it was a push button or a rotary phone.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I'm like, seriously? I mastered that when I was a kid.
Yeah, we all did. There's nothing else. They didn't have to see this. The generation. This generation. I had a boombox. You know what a boombox is from the 80s, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's a ghetto blaster. Kid, I'm selling it online. I was going to sell it. No one bought it. This kid on the line goes, "Where do I stick my iPhone in it?" Dude, it's still got a cassette player and CD player. It has nothing to do with your generation.
Yeah, my twins, they found a cassette. Well, or Trevor, he found a cassette, and he goes, "What is this?" I was like, "You don't know what that is?" He goes, "No." I handed him the cassette, and I handed him a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Put these two together," and he's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Really?
Yeah.
You don't know how to use a pencil?"
Well, we used to, because if the tape unwind, yeah, and you probably showed them, and you probably showed how that with a tape and music, and like when I first saw my first 8-track tape, like 8-track tapes confused me to hell. Like it confused me. I'm going, I don't understand this. Like, thank God for cassette tapes. Yeah, but when you stuck it in, it was like kind of dumb. It was like, you know, this didn't even make any sense. Like, who invented this crap? Like, why don't you just put a record player in the car and they have that? But we didn't have we had a record player with an 8-track cassette tape thing, but we didn't have the tapes. So I never grew up with that. I never grew up with cable TV. Like a lot of people going, you know, we had color TV. We didn't even have a color TV, dude. I remember watching the Brady Bunch in black and white, and people can't even comprehend that now. They can't comprehend. Well, Hebrew knows this too. Like he brought it up in one of his TikTok videos. This antenna used to run our TV set, and it used to. I remember mine broke off, and I had to take a coat hanger to get the signal in.
Yeah, you were talking about the Cabot show.
Yeah. And
yeah, wasn't that on HBO?
That I don't know. I know I've never watched Dick Cavett on TV. I've only watched him on YouTube, and I've missed a lot.
Yeah, I think he was on HBO. And then,
I
remember when MTV started back in '81, and that was around the same time as HBO. That we had HBO, but HBO was. before
Now
that.
explain to your kids about not HBO. Explain to your kids about MTV.
Oh, they already know.
But a lot of kids get lost and they'll say, "What do you mean? What's MTV?" And they'll go, "It's music television," and they show music videos. Well, you guys didn't have YouTube back then?
Yeah, and then we got M2 now.
Oh God, like whatever. That's technology's going so fast, we're losing everything. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing right there. We're losing our brick and mortar stores. We're losing our MTVs. We're losing regular TVs. We're losing even the commercials. We're losing like the best. Like you see the commercials that's going around these days. It's freaking crazy. It's ridiculous.
Because they put people in charge who shouldn't be making commercials. They sent all these people to school, to universities and everything else, and they sent them, you got to take this class and this class, and you got to be a real big feminist, and you got to be overpowering. And then I blamed the generation before us for sending these people to school. You gave them the money to go to school. I don't get this. You go to school, you pay more money to go to school than what you're ever going to get paid at a job for. So you're always in debt. Why go to school then? It doesn't make any sense. Why go to school, pay thousands and thousands of dollars, then work at a job that only pays you minimum wage?
Well, I've been watching YouTube videos because the TV is kind of boring, and I've been learning blacksmithing. So I've been making certain things, but I'm just like, it's free. I don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, it's an education. I learned more things off of YouTube than I ever learned in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can watch a lot of history stuff. You know what I mean? And I can watch a lot of how to do this, or how to install this, or school didn't stuff what YouTube has taught me. They taught me how if I had money, how to invest money on the stock market, or how to invest money in or how to invest my money properly. They, there's people who actually know how to do it for a profession, and they tell everything on YouTube.
I would be lost without YouTube now. It's like I put up my garage door. It's how I learned how to put in that light switch that I showed you. The one I showed you.
Yeah.
And it has taught me how to do so much more stuff than school ever did. It's so that all goes back to how technology can be used for good, or it can be used for evil. It can be used for a tool, basically, to learn, or it could be used to melt your brain. If you use
there is a teacher from England. There's a teacher from England who teaches how to speak properly to others. And this guy's amazing. I'll find this guy for you. And the guys will teach you how to speak to people in a proper manner, in a and there's words that he explains that this is what the word actually means. He's like a dictionary, because people today can't even speak to each other because they don't know how anymore. They can't have a conversation more than 10. That's what YouTube can do, is they teach you things. I mean, I have a younger guy here. He's maybe 20. No, he's about 24 now. And he goes to me, "Have you ever heard of an iron before?" I go, "Yeah." He goes to me, he goes, what's an iron? I go, "To iron your clothes." You iron a dress shirt, or you dress pants. That's what you usually iron stuff, to make it flat, to get the wrinkles out. Oh, my grandma had one of those.
It's probably the one that
Now
put on the
we
flyer,
don't live in the
right?
same world. Yeah, but no. I showed him it. do you need to iron something? He goes, yeah. He goes, I have this tag to iron my jacket. I got free from somebody, and it says
Hey, I
use
tell
an
you what,
iron, and I didn't know what.
that's not bad. Hey,
Yeah.
Lotar, you know that guy? Like, there's this kid on YouTube. I tell you, or not YouTube, TikTok, and he does some really great TikToks, and he does them with his dad. And it's called "You Ever Wonder What a Gen X Thinks?" And he asked his dad questions about what he did when he was a kid or whatever, or what he thinks about um our
Yeah,
current
I
day,
seen him.
and the dad answers the question like he would, like if he were one of us, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to the kid. And I think it's pretty good. It's a pretty good little program. You ever
But I
seen that?
think, yeah, I seen it, and there's another guy who explains to his child. He shows him when he was a child,
Mm-hmm.
and the child goes, "What? You were young too? Like, you know what I mean? Like, children don't know that we were kids at one time, also."
Yeah.
And my mother even explained that to me. She goes, "You know what? I was a kid too once. You know, we didn't act that way. We didn't say that way. We didn't say it in that way. You got to say it more polite." And she goes, "When you speak to adults, speak to them. You don't speak to them like you were a child, because they are not a child. So, have proper etiquette." Oop, Michael Fontaine popped off. Armor, you there? Are you completely lost?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. I guess
Well,
we're gonna call it a night.
yeah, we've been on for nearly 3 hours almost.
No, 2 hours and 46 minutes.
Well, I was rounding
And
off.
I hope Armor Up can check in with us once a week at least and see if he you don't get lost anywhere, or that would be a good thing. So I hope you get internet wherever you go. I hope it's not too far out, Armor Up, if you're going somewhere to your uncle's or.
No, it's probably, I don't know, 6 miles from here or something.
That's not too bad. That's not. You can always run home for a couple of minutes or take him with you.
Yeah, well, you don't take, yeah. I won't take him nowhere he ain't going to want to go, because that ain't the way.
Oh. Okay. I understand. Understand completely. Well, I wish every one of your audience a beautiful night and your guests who called in. I had to pop off for a few minutes because I had to go fix a cloth. Someone used Charm, the worst toilet paper to use in the bathroom. Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I will wish you guys all a good night. Hope it doesn't rain and get windy tomorrow because I have a lot of work to do outside. I have a lot of garbage to pick up.
All right, well, have a good one, Lothar. Thanks for calling.
You too. God bless all.
All right. Well, there you have it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me finish this last bite. Sorry about that, Armor. I left you there by yourself for a second.
No sweat.
Yeah. But I do want to thank all the people who called in. Michael Fontaine, I know that you're in the back room. I get that, but I am closing down the show. I'm sorry that we lost you earlier, but we'll open up the phone lines next Shifty Sunday when it's just me and Saji. I promise you'll be the first one on. I promise. So I'm gonna have to let you. I'm gonna have to get rid of you for right now because we are in the show. So there we go. There you have it. We'll get to you next time. So anyway, yeah. I think we had a wonderful show, Armor. And my final thoughts is this, buddy. I hope that that everything goes well with you guys. That your uncle gets along all right. I know he will with your help. And I think what you're doing is just a great, wonderful thing. And there's a lot of there's bigger fish to fry than YouTube right now. You got a lot on your plate, and I know that. So we will miss you.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
And it ain't really a great and wonderful thing. It's just what we were taught in my day as the normal thing.
Right.
Take care of those who took care of you.
That's a good point. But we will miss you. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna miss you around here, man. You're the one that kind of keeps. You're the gorilla glue that's in our hair. You know what I mean? You can.
I hear you.
Yeah. So, all the prayers going your way to your family and all that good stuff, and we wish you well, and we hope to see you again real soon, brother. And, and until next time, take care. That's my final thoughts. And also, I'd like to thank all of our great audience members out there. I'd like to thank Michael Fontaine, Miss Connie Joe Wood, Keith's dad. I forgot he called in, and Lotar 900. All the great callers. So those are my final thoughts. I'll pass the mic on to you, Armor.
All right. Well, I guess we'll shout out the others that are here. John from America. Miss CJ, as you said, Milo Fire. Lotar, of course. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine. Scrolling up here. Keith's dad, of course. Can't forget about Keith's dad. Called in. DD74 was also in the house. Feisty Kitten was here. Vinny Barbarino, 29, joined us for a bit. Seen they were live streaming again. Been enjoying it. I haven't been able to catch them live, but I've been watching the replays as they come through my feed. So, him and Rise over there having a lot of fun. Funny show, fun guys. Who else we got? Of course, Suso was here earlier. Can't forget about the Sus. I know Brother Mark was here earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Still scrolling. I don't see anyone else that we're missing. I did say Feisty Kitten, right? I'm pretty sure.
You did. Yes, you did.
All right. And of course, our lurkers who are always out there. Zombie Cat Cub and the rest of the gang hanging out in the back room. So thank you all for being here. And yeah, I will be back around sooner or later, I'm sure. I can't seem to not be around. Not something I ever planned on doing or wanted to do, but yeah, I'm sure I ain't going to be allowed to be gone long. But either way, appreciate the prayers, the well wishes, and all that good stuff. Prayers are always helpful. And don't let the world get you down, man. Whatever's going on, it's crazy out there. We talk about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of craziness going on. Like CJ said, and I agree, if you can't tell the times are way darker than they've ever been, oh well, But yeah, no matter how dark they get, remember there's a light. And that light dispels the darkness quicker than the darkness even knows what hit it. So there ain't nothing to worry about or fear. But yeah, at least be awake and know what's going on so you can figure out how to combat it. And if you don't know how to combat it, check out some of my videos. It's all about spiritual warfare and stuff, if you get what's going on. But yeah, other than that, have a great night, everybody. My head sort of hurts a bit, so I'm a little out of it. But hey, have a great night. We will catch you all again sometime. And
sorry.
And what more can I say than that? Take care, everyone. Love you guys. Stay tough and stay prayed up. And keep your armor on because you need it.
All right, man. So, man, that hiccup just came at the right time. I just couldn't help it. Just popped up there. Right in the middle of your farewell speech. Oh man.
That's what makes it Shifty Sunday, my friend.
That's right. That's right, man. Well, hey, I can't say any more to that. All I can say is I'll be glad to get out of here so I can fix a big old. Well, I don't have bread, so it won't be a sandwich, but it'll be a meat witch, a cheese witch. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But for everybody, huh? What's that, dude? What's up?
It'll be some type of witch. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Oh, that sounds bad. I don't know if I should say that. But hey, you know what? For everyone here at Shifty Sunday, this has been one hell of a good show. It is now Monday, and we will see you soon. Hopefully, I'll see all you guys on Taco Tuesday. And Armor, once again, thanks for being here. We had a good time, I think, here tonight and on our last show for a while, for a little while, just a little while. So, okay. With that being said,
yeah, just a little while.
I was wondering when you're going to chime in. But with that being said, I am really prolonging this goodbye, ain't I? Boy, okay. Let's get the brand up here because we got to go do our thing now.
Go, you know the thing.
The thing.
Good night, everybody. Love you, and don't ever fear, because just remember, the Father is always near. Thank you. Good night. Dang, it was hard to push that button. However,